hello, my fluffy friends. How are we doing today? Woo! Hello, fluffers. We are playing some more Fata Morgana. We were talking about our predictions for this chapter, and I think he's gonna do like I don't know.
Tax evasion.
Tax evasion, or he's gonna create something dangerous with his cool machinery, and it'll like kill him or something. I don't know.
A machine that solves jigsaw puzzles.
A machine that solves jigsaw puzzles, and then he only uploads the first half of the video!
now you made it extremely freaking niche reference, you know?
Welcome to the Mina channel, where we have oddly specific references.
Oh my god.
The most evil machine on the planet, only uploading half of your fucking video. Okay, before I call myself out any further, I think we'll just start playing. Yep.
You sure?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. Pig Iron Man.
Indeed!
Is he gonna make a dangerous pig that will kill him?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's going to make pig dangerous.
Oh.
Also, is your overlay saying on the top it should be there?
What?
The thingy on the top left.
Oh, right. I just forgot to, boop. There we go.
Why are we suddenly jazz?
Yeah,
went from near to jazz.
I turned it down a little bit because it was very loud.
What?
Yeah. Okay. That era was a rat race of innovation and development. The smoke was so thick you could hardly see more than a few feet ahead of you. I could compare it to a dense morning fog, but that might give the impression of beauty, and there was little of that to be found in his haze. Do you see the silhouettes of several men in the smoky room? The one in the middle. The one looking in your direction, Master, was the present master of the house. His name is JACOPO.
JACOPO!
JACOPO.
JACOPO.
It can be JACOPO.
JACOPO.
His name was JACOPO. And though he dressed in such fine attire, I sincerely doubt he understood how splendid the furnishings left in the mansion truly were. I'm a faithful servant of this house, and I would not, for the life of me, dare speak ill of my master, but he is a bit of a bitch.
Hereby apologize in advance for giving him a weird accent.
No! However, this is a time long past. I imagine God would be so kind as to turn a blind eye to a little bit of honesty. I was not terribly fond of my master back then. He had wavy hair the color of over-dried tea leaves, a piercing gaze, an arrogant smile, and he wore a hat that made him look rather haughty. He put his trust only in money, renown, and rank. He loved only iron and steel that had revolutionized so many industries. He had not the slightest bit of love or care for other people.
Huh.
At the very least, that's what I believed at the time. Take a look around the room, Master. JACOPO had remodeled it into a recreation area. A billiards table sat in the center of the room, and the downward-facing lights hanging from the ceiling were special made. The light shone upon the dark green stand like a stage. Cigars and bourbon-lined glasses installed in places of bookshelves. The cases were always fully stocked, their contents available to partake of readily. At that particular moment, as he had many times before, JACOPO had invited several friends and acquaintances, and they were entertaining themselves. His wealthy, high-ranking acquaintances had a variety of hair colors, from polished brass to the brown of a baby robin, to the color of sunburnt wheat. There was also much greater variation in skin tone compared to the visitors and residents of previous eras. But that was hardly any surprise, for the mansion has set upon a land inhabited largely by immigrants, the New World. What's the matter? No, that's not him.
So it's acquaintance.
I'm the acquaintance. What's the matter? What are you looking at?
Nothing. I just thought I heard someone say my name.
In the distance. JACOPO! 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 JACOPO!
I'm not a Pokemon.
Ain't no one there unless you're seeing a ghost.
I don't believe in such nonsense.
Nonsense. Fuck this guy already. I hate him. Do you want to be the
second one?
Do you want to be the second one, or should I be him?
Oh, it's an old house with a long history. Wouldn't be surprised if we had a ghost or two.
But if the place is gonna be haunted, I'd take a princess over a bloody broad any day.
A princess, eh?
You're drunk.
And when she showed up, you'd have your way with this ghost lady, am I right? Color me impressed, son. You jump a bond and she don't even got any to jump.
That's hilarious. Come on now, that's hardly fair. Not much you can even do with a ghost.
Me God, are you men or children? This is my house and I would rather you didn't talk about it like that.
Is there any ghosts we can fuck?
No, you cannot!
Just the blatterings of a couple of drunks. Pretend you didn't hear nothing.
I know the ghosts are usually here because of the unfinished business, but that's not what it means! For the love of God. In any event, whatever happened to that printer you invested? I haven't heard their name come up in some time.
Ugh, can we please avoid that topic? It's been quite the headache for me. Thought it'd pay off, but... Ugh.
I know. The replacement ink is too expensive. It always sounded sketchy to me. I'd recommend you pull out, unless you want to find yourself with nothing left but a nice fat pile of debt.
You could have mentioned that beforehand. Ugh, this is killing me. The man's deep voices resonated in the cloudy room. As they imbibed alcohol and puffed on their cigars, they conversed mostly about business and money. JACOPO and the rest of the men were a breed known as investors. Dun dun
yes.
dun!
Investors are a fascinating breed.
You might also call them tacticians. No! Don't you dare sully the name of Kome this way. Fuck you.
It's my great stratagem. Invest everything, lose everything.
It's my great stratagem. Have a lot of... the way of having a lot of money.
You good? You good?
Sorry, I thought something was gonna fall to the floor. My phone.
What?
My phone is fine. Sorry.
What do you mean your phone is fine? Why wouldn't it be fine?
Something. I went
Oh.
to check on my phone. Is it okay? It was. They survived on information attained before anyone else by making swift decisions and having foresight. That's called insider trading. Maid. Morgana. Whatever your name is.
Foresight.
Though instead of flesh and bone, their soldiers were made of ink and paper. To an outsider, this meeting might appear to be a congregation of friends, but in reality, they were observing one another, gathering information and anything else they could use to get ahead. At times, money and information were exchanged directly, and when they were no longer of financial value to one another, their relationship would pop like a bubble and dissipate into nothing.
But you know, JACOPO, you can't be sure the radar you're passionate about is gonna bear fruit neither. You don't even know if it'll get finished.
And even if they do connect the tracks, will it really be in any shape for people to ride? It's a pipe dream. This transcontinental railroad of yours. That's funny to say with such an oh my god, that's so stupid. Trains across the land? Never. Trains between countries? Even more never. That would never happen. A train from Copenhagen to Stockholm? Not a chance.
What is that?
JACOPO went silent, but I'm certain this is what was going through his head.
You're a bunch of damn imbeciles. If you can't see the entire country put the weight behind this endeavor. This is why you have so much trouble making a few thousand.
This is why you have no friends, JACOPO. At the time, a great railway was being built across the breadth of the continent. Construction was spearheaded by 2 large rail companies in competition for both prestige and a bigger share of this massive national enterprise. The Union Pacific Railroad Company started building from the east and the Central Pacific Railroad Company from the west. Is this the US done? I'm assuming. Wait, Union Pacific Railroad Company. Yep. Okay. They're in America. I would assume so. Definitely makes sense. But government bonds alone were not enough to finance the massive undertaking. In that case, I have not much hope for their railroads. Never mind. Hold on. I take it back. Railroads. I take it back. If this is America, I take it back about trusting in their railroads. That is definitely a doomed. You don't understand, Jacopo. You have to build a tunnel, and then you have to drive expensive cars through the death tunnel. That's how you make money in America. Hello? Sorry. I cannot miss up a chance to make fun of him. I'm sorry. Fucking what did he even call it?
Yeah.
I forgot what he called it. Damn it. Oh,
that's a weird name.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah? Yes? Yes?
Right, the loop! Underground loop, more like underground scam! Anyway.
By the way, there have been some less than pleasant reports about workers dying on the job for the company you choose, Central Pacific.
Ah, you mean how they're using explosives to blast through the mountains? Making quite a bang, they are.
That's some Minecraft logic. But
me with the sledgehammer! Do you remember? Wait, who was it that did that? When we were on the server? I think it was Gadelli. Yeah, it's like the sledgehammer just like through a mountain.
The freaking like square holes to everything.
Yeah. Okay, we should install that mod and make some big holes in the server.
Like what time limit to 1 hour? How much hole you can?
How much bullshit can you cause with your netherite sledgehammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it gets to be much bigger of a fix, they're not going to be able to continue construction. But like yeah, like listen, like the construction of a railroad back then between east and west was really big, and it was like who can get it first, you know?
Yep.
You should at least put some money in the more sure bet of the two, the Union Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's also the thing like
because whoever get the first line, you could basically have a freaking, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Just give me a second.
You sure?
Yes, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No. We'll just enjoy the jazz in the meantime.
This is the smooth jazz.
I just remembered something about a
Smooth as a
server.
jazz. Oh
now
boy.
that we were talking about Minecraft.
Is it okay, Mina?
I think so.
No, it's not okay.
It's not okay. No.
No, it's not okay. No. The smoothness of the jazz happening right now.
No. Okay, isn't it? Is it on this one?
No.
Oh, here it is. I got it on the 7th. Okay, so I have 7 days. So I have until the 15th. Okay, I'll just do it tonight then. I just didn't want my little server to get deleted.
Oh.
Yeah, it's where I have my little farm of my little pond of
Farm.
my pond of axolotls.
Axolotls. That's a lot of axle.
Yeah. Look, I should hire replacement workers, and if they keep kicking the bucket, you're gonna have trouble finding more.
My goodness. And here I thought you all had spines.
Some mountains and a lot of dead people is a small sacrifice to make.
Indeed,
It's just Minecraft after all.
It's a Minecraft after all. If you think we're gonna run out of the workers just because a few ate it.
Wow.
You think we're gonna run out of workers just because... there is so many we don't even know what to do with them all. There's not a chance we'll dry up. That will dry up.
Yeah.
And if by some chance it does, all we have to do is scoop up ship full of black or yellows.
Oh, I see. He's a racist. Great. Can he
Didn't
get
expect-
any?
Mina,
I was
you had the
expecting
setup. You had the setup of America in this fucking times, and come on, it's what I expected.
America when they were building the transcontinental railroad and destroying indigenous land to do so.
Yeah.
And he's and a guy who's investing in one of those companies and is a big flaming racist. No.
We're Americans now.
I'm also very glad that the game actually had the guts to be like, yeah, I didn't like him. Somehow this guy is so easier to hate than the fucking beast.
Wow.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe because the beast has some redeeming qualities, which is like,
Yeah, and he had like a whole attempt, you know.
Well, JACOPO doesn't so far has none.
Yeah, like at the very least, like the beast story in a way had it more like, it felt more like divine punishment or like a tragedy or whatever you wanted to call it. I like, it felt more like that in comparison to like this one where it's just like he's just choosing to be a shit. As far as we know, he has no regard for human life, you know. Like the beast at the very least was acting in a way where he thought it was self-defense, you know, and then into a point he gave in to these urges he had, right? But could you call that a sort of, I mean, at the very least you have to think that that was some kind of psychological condition, right? Like, you aren't just born like that. Like, he probably had a chance and then he turned the wrong way and now he's like that, you know? It felt more like that. Well, this one is just like, hey, I'm a filthy capitalist. Bing, bing, bang, bucks, killing people for profit. Ayo, you know?
You won't get anywhere if you spend your worrying about a few measly laborers. This is an endeavor backed by the entire nation. Their deaths are honorable in service of their country. Yeah, the old American excuse.
I hope the end of this is that somebody kills
you know.
Yep.
The biggest loss is not of people's lives, but of Tina. The longer a project takes, the more money it costs, and the less profit we make.
Time is money.
Time is money.
Me.
Money equals power.
Harvard.
What we seek is a rapid progress, even if we manage to obtain a messy or egg. Never.
The other men in the room chuckled uncomfortably at Jacopo's distasteful choice of words. Do you agree with his way of thinking, Master? No! No!
I mean...
Perhaps he does have a point, in that great sacrifice is necessary to accomplish great things. No! 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 No!
No?
No!
No.
I disagree.
I think Mina said no!
Yeah! I did. And it is true the tragedy often lies in the shadows of the splendor of times long past. Furthermore, the way people see the world changes with the times, so I hesitate to criticize him too severely. No, I don't care! Fuck this guy!
I have a question for you. Do you ever get asked for idol hunters?
Huh? No?
Yeah, the mobile game Idol Hunters. Like, I
don't
cannot,
think so.
like, holy hell, like, I get it from...
I can't escape ads about webcomics for some reason. I think
Like,
it's because I read
listen.
a bit of one webcomic once, and I've
I
just
swear.
been inundated with the specific, it's like 2 or 3. It's always the same ones on repeat. I know
For
half
me-
of the plots and I've never even read them.
I I started getting ads for idol hunters for like over a week, and they change every time I see them, and the more it goes more and more in this freaking. It even go worse. Now I don't even know what's going to be next. I sent you the pic, like.
Oh, that one! I have seen it, but not for me. Like, I've just seen people posting about getting that.
Yeah,
me,
I was just like, I saw like normal, then something weird, and now this is like, wow,
yeah,
okay.
I'm getting spammed with the ads for that one webcomic app. Constantly. With the same free webcomics on repeat. The same free ones. Every single time. All as one of them. And it's always like a different ad too for the same one. Like the first one will have reacting to the premise, and it's like, oh, I hate that guy, and then like shows a picture, oh, he's a hot guy, I don't hate him anymore. And then the other one is the same person going like, I swear by this webcomic, so do you know it or do you not know it? The ads are inconsistent. Sorry.
It's like you can see where they're going with those.
Well, yeah, but see, the other thing is that then you have like ads that just show panels from the webcomic, and each time I feel like I'm getting a completely different summary.
Oh yeah.
I am not sure what they're about.
Why don't you click and find out?
Because I'm too lazy to read, and I don't like
What?
straight people /J.
You are too lazy to read. That's a lie.
I don't care about straight people.
Okay, I am leaving then. I'm sorry. I'm leaving.
/J.
Guess I got demoted.
It's
Jesus
just,
Christ.
it's just you know, when you're getting ads and stuff like that, and it just, I don't know. I just don't like how overly dramatic they seem, and I can't tell if it's just because of the ad, but I'm too lazy to find out. I'm not gonna invest my time into something that's then gonna end up being like the same eye-rolling business that the advertisement made it out to be. And I didn't like the art style of him either, so it's just like, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna read anything if I think it looks kinda not good. Why would I spend my time and hard-earned rest on that? No thanks.
Indeed.
Now, as I'm sure you've already picked up on, he was an investor who had put money into a railroad company. He also possessed several crude oil refineries, riding the world's second wave of industrial development.
The best of the best.
Yeah. The mansion too bustles with life in a way it never had before. Dozens of maids, including me, gardeners, chefs, sculptors, artists. At times, we even had writers coming in and out of the house. There was rarely a moment of silence. However, I was not terribly fond of the hustle and bustle personally. But please do not get me wrong, I am hardly opposed to the mansion being cheerful. It was just, how should I put it? The splendor of the time seemed superficial, heartless. It was as though everyone was being rushed along by some unknown, invisible force. Part of it was, I expect, caused by the growing divide between those standing at the top and sitting at the bottom. Or perhaps, the mansion was simply taking after its master. He's an empty man.
There is no time to waste. Everything is resting upon the success of this project. Whatever it takes, I will ensure it happens.
Good to know.
Or my name is not JACOPO.
JACOPO.
JACOPO? I need more money and more power.
Suddenly, a restrained knock on the door stopped his train of thought. From beyond the door came a woman's voice, gentle as a soft spring breeze. Pardon me, I have made some tea. May I offer anyone a cup? Yes! She's back.
Oh, je magnifique, je pas vous, je pas léger, je t'ai pas léger pas coup.
I knew it was her.
Of course it's her.
Exactly, like, it's like, at this point, I'm not gonna be fooled by your bullshit. That outfit is so nice, I love it. When the door opened...
Which part?
All of it. I love all of her.
Oh.
All of her is perfect, okay?
So it's her or outfit?
All of it!
Okay, noted. All of it, okay.
When the door opened, in it stood a beautiful woman with pure white hair. It was indeed her. I Are you surprised? We learned her name, but it's been so long that I already forgot it.
Mina, it's her.
Right, her.
Her.
Did you anticipate her appearance? I did! Hey! You get me, Morgana, or whatever your name is.
Morgana, you're so repetitive. God damn it, get new material.
Though she was not the same age and dressed differently. The white-haired girl, whom we saw fall into the hands of misfortune in the era of roses and the era of the beast, was also present in this era of innovation. Furthermore, she was JACOPO's wife.
Je what? She's my wife? I don't remember.
See, look at that.
Okay, wait, what? Wait.
I love that.
I absolutely... Wow, okay, yeah, okay.
Right?
No! Okay, good. No! Go back, no! Gee, I don't recall asking that. When were you asked to make it?
And look at this guy. Lame.
Like, honestly, like he's...
I wasn't, but I had these leaves with the most wonderful aroma, and I thought you might enjoy.
Shut your trap and know your place. What do you think you have all these mates for?
Hello, Catherine. Welcome to the Dreamland, and we are entirely slandering JACOPO to the hell and back.
This is outrageous.
And that is why Argo. Honestly, I like that you're giving him a really lame accent.
Sure. What?
You have this lady as your wife.
Hey, no.
You have this lady as your wife, and you're being shitty to her.
And I mean,
she's literally perfect. Did you see her? Hello, Titan. He's such a bitch. I love him. Hey now.
You know.
I need to treat your lady like that. I'm just trying to be courteous.
You know what? You know what JACOPO would go like second time? Like, holy hell, Jonas, what happened?
Yeah.
These are my personal affairs.
He's a capitalist just like Togami, and that's why I hate him.
Tell him, Makoto.
Tell him, Makoto.
Tell him,
like,
Makoto.
I also love
I know who the killer is. Tell him, Makoto.
No, the killer is, so you tell him, Makoto. Like, I hate to love this guy just as much. He's also racist and a fucking asshole, and apparently also a wife abuser.
He's the All-Stars Hall of Fame of this time America.
Yes. He's the All-Star Hall of Fame of fucking, like, American capitalist abuses in the Enlightenment era. Cha-cha!
I honestly, I'm going to tell you, I'm really freaking like wondering why Twitter decided to recommend me some tweets. These are my personal affairs.
I'm gonna pick him up by the scruff of the neck by my teeth and shake him. Hell yeah. I'm just gonna go turn on my light because it's
Wait, is it okay?
No, it's not okay.
I see.
And then I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna scrunk him into a little ball and I'm gonna throw him off a cliff.
Why?
Because he's an asshole. He's the worst.
Please keep your comments to yourself.
Dude, it's literally just abuse. What's wrong with you? His friends were unsure how to react, but ultimately nobody stepped up to stop JACOPO. They merely shrugged, tossing glances at one another. JACOPO stomped over to the white-haired girl. He then grabbed her by the arm and dragged her from the den.
The Zen? What the hell do you think you're doing? I've told you times and again to stay away from that room unless absolutely necessary.
I'm sorry, but, I'm 18.
Don't be sorry, be better! Shut up and about the tea already!
My favorite little scrunkling, gonna shave his head and make him eat his own hair. He's my baby boy of his house in the Louvre.
I do not want to be your boy, Catherine.
About Ryuki. That's like me with Ryuki, holy shit. Me with Date. Fucking hell.
Okay, Ryuki needs to be kept safe from that, that's all.
I'm still gonna squish him into the washing machine and put it on the spin cycle.
Yeah, okay, this is the restraining order. I'm sorry, but
No. Then we're gonna fold him into a little burrito and mood.
Why is this? Why is this real? What?
What?
What? Okay, but yeah, I read the line. Don't worry. Yeah, I read the line.
That's a very tall lady.
Yeah, I read the line. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at her. That's a very
Yeah, I know, right?
lady.
I was like, you think we're having tea parties in there like a bunch of prissy nobles?
I'm sorry.
If you really feel so bad, don't go in there in the first place. Get the hell back to your room.
Oh great, so she's not your wife, she's just your fucking trophy, I see.
You're fucking, yes,
I
exactly.
meant no harm. It's just, I'm your wife. I thought it would be nice if I could do something.
Like I've told you, this is not your job. Don't show yourself in front of the other men. I have nothing else to say to you. Got it? Now scram! Achoo! Shush!
Shush!
Sakes alive, first them now you is driving me up the wall. What is it? I told you to get out of here.
Right, but,
What?
when will you spend time with me next? It has been some time since we last went out together. But we don't even have to go out. Just having dinner together would...
How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself, you worthless tramp? Are those ears only for show?
Jesus Christ.
Go back to your goddamn room!
My apologies.
Wow.
Looking utterly downtrodden, the white-haired girl made her departure. Such a piteous sight she was. As he watched her go, JACOPO merely snorted. Just thinking about the way he behaved then angers me. I have little fondness for men who do not treat their spouses with respect. Get him! Get him, Morgana! I don't care if you're evil, get him! I don't care that you're an evil witch, I love you.
Now you're trapped!
So as you can see, the white-haired girl was hardly in a joyous situation. She was devoted to JACOPO and tried to do whatever she could for him. But he not only brushed her aside, he did so in an insulting, deliberately hurtful manner. They were far from picturesque partners. Do you wonder then, Master, why she married him? The answer to that question will come to light in time. For now, let us follow her.
Yeah! I don't want to be near JACOPO, Jesus fuck.
JACOPO!
I love her so much, she's so pretty, look at her. Sorry.
Don't worry, I look too.
She's just so pretty!
Looking down dejectedly at the undrunken tea, the white-haired girl walked alone down the corridor. Though its calming scent filled the air, there was nobody around to have their heart warmed by it, nor was there anyone to alleviate her loneliness. Despite being the master's wife, the maids who crossed her path in the halls said nary a word to her. As a matter of fact... Oh dear, I beg your pardon, madam. Oh, it's fine. One even bumped into her, stifling a laugh as she trotted off. In all likelihood, she had done it intentionally. The poor white-haired girl, who had fallen to the floor, stared helplessly at the broken cups. The tea she had made for her husband was forming a stain in the carpet. The maid's behavior toward the mistress of the house was absolutely unacceptable. Nonetheless, it was commonplace, all because of the way JACOPO treated her. The more the men of the house acted cruel to her, the less weight her position as his wife held to the servants. Day in and day out, the maids worked busily, offered little opportunity for leisure, so they would naturally have accumulated quite a bit of stress. And she became the target for them to let off the steam. Not directly, but through a more subdued kind of harassment from the shadows. She must have felt quite miserable.
Remember the beginning of the game, the disclaimer about authors do not agree with all statements of the characters? The warning is literally about JACOPO. Really? Holy fuck. Yeah.
I imagine she would have been better off as one of the maids. On the surface and in front of others, they showed respect for her as JACOPO's bride, but behind closed doors they acted very much the opposite. The disparity between the treatment she received around others, the treatment she was supposed to receive at all times, and the way she was actually treated made the abuse that much worse. And furthermore, as you have seen through the other doors, Master, she was a very reserved young woman. She could neither raise her voice in reprimand nor raise her hand in retaliation. I have to get this cleaned up. She extended her spindly fingers toward the shards of shattered porcelain. Ah. But even the broken cup seemed to have no concern to spare for her. Its shattered edge caught her fingertip when she made to pick it up. A trickle of warm red blood ran across her unearthly white skin. A painful sight as it was, it had a sort of taboo beauty to it. The blood spilling from her finger showed no sign of slowing down. She clenched her hand into a fist, let out a sigh, and went back to collecting the shards of porcelain. But when she did... Madam! Madam! What's the matter? Oh, madam, you're bleeding! While all the other maids ignored her, one came running over, shouting, to the white-haired girl's side. I love her. Look at her. She's here! I know! Maria! Look at her! I love her. We need to get that cleaned up, bandaged up. Oh, you don't need to pick that up. That's not your job, madam. It's alright, Maria. There's not much to pick up. It's not at all alright! The rest of you, why are you just standing there? Your boss's wife is on her hands and knees, and you're not even lifting a finger to help her? You disgust me! Maria, it's fine, really. Oh, madam. If you weren't so timid, this wouldn't happen. You're allowed to yell at them, you know. It's alright, really. It's my fault. She's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Look at her. Anyway, we should get that finger taken care of. Let's get you back to your room, okay? But the broken cups and the spill. As I said, that's the maid's work. Now, come on, let's go. Okay. And the rest of you, get this mess cleaned up.
Also, by the way, so that means that they're literally bullying her at the expense of creating more work for themselves when they're stressed out. How smart!
She roared like the wind in a thunderstorm. The other maids stood there dumbfounded, watching as she and the white-haired girl disappeared down the hall. But they were soon frowning and grumbling to one another. She thinks she can act all high and mighty just because the master made fun of her. The woman's name was Maria. She was one of the maids. And she was the one person in the mansion the white-haired girl could think of as an ally. Though her husband paid her no mind and the maids made her life miserable, just one person, Maria, treated her with respect and kindness. And I'm sure you can readily imagine just how much of a lifesaver that was for her. I too found myself somewhat relieved that Maria was there for her. Being a servant of this house, I was also one of the maids working there at the time. However, I was unable to involve myself to any great degree in her fate. This meant that there was little I could do to assist her, even if times of pain and unpleasantness.
I'm trying to think about, like... So she, like... Do you think that there's something that decides how... Because she was very involved in the first one, right? And to a certain extent in the second one. So is there something that decides whether she'll get involved or not?
The best I could do was to pray that Maria would continue to lend the white-haired girl her hand. And that does it. Thank you, Maria. You're always such a big help. Oh, no need to thank me. I just did what any good maid should do.
Wink, wink.
No one else is in the room,
Wink.
you know?
Wink.
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 Oh, right. Then I can drop the act? Man, I just can't get used to talking all stuffy. I'm out there doing my best, but the head maid's still spouting stuff like, your manner of speaking is improper for a servant. Every single time we meet.
I'm a killer.
Also, Maria, hella gay. Hella gay.
Yeah.
I hope she's gay for the white-haired girl, because then I just want to, like, smooch.
Yeesh. Come on, just shove it, would you? You're a damn creep.
She is kind of creepy.
No.
No, you mustn't speak of her like that. Sorry, slip of the tongue. She just kind of gives me the willies, you know?
If it's Morgana, I see it.
Speaking of, you dropped the stuffy talk too, madam. Kinda awkward if only one of us is acting casual, you know. This is normal for me. If I attempted to talk like you, I would freeze up out of nervousness. This is my casual. Fair enough. Guess that's what happens when you're raised well. I like it though. Has a very regal feel about it. I don't think my upbringing is the only factor. But you know, upbringing is important. Worth a whole lot more than money, I say. I suppose. Thank you, Maria. You're always so compassionate. You betcha. They don't call me the Virgin Mary for nothing. They call you what?
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 I practically bleed compassion. No, you know, that might be true. You very well could be the reincarnation of the Mother of God. No, you were supposed to laugh at that! Come on! It's just embarrassing if you take it seriously. Alone in the white-haired girl's room, Maria was acting much more friendly and relaxed as they conversed. It's opposite to her no-nonsense attitude in the hallway. The two women were, as you can see, quite close. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. They had crossed over the wall, separating master from servant, and built a bond of friendship. Wink, wonk. And at some point, they had begun to speak frankly with one another when no one else was around. Maria was the only person in the mansion around whom the white-haired girl felt comfortable being open. I imagine she very much enjoyed these moments of conversation. You wish to know who the headmaid was? My. Are you sure you want to ask me that, Master? It was you, obviously. Do I even?
What? No.
I don't need to ask, Morgana. I know that it's you. Some questions
Resume,
are better left
headmaiden,
unasked.
experienced
For your own
500
good.
years.
Yeah, experience 500 years. Give or take.
Oh.
For your own good. I have to say, madam, you have the prettiest fingers. Mine all rough and dry and nasty. You think so? Mine haven't the slightest bit of muscle. They're about as frail as dead branches. Oh, who needs beefy mitts anyway?
Yeah.
I love how she's written. Beefy mitts.
Different mitts.
I still think healthy looking hands like yours are far more attractive. Blush! What? What's it like about these things? Women all over the world dream of having hands like yours. Slender, feminine, and perfectly cared for.
Yeah.
I know. Just looking at her lights a fire in my loins. Holy fuck! She's really gay! It's embarrassing to read her lines! What the fuck is this woman? What's wrong with her? No!
Yes.
It got worse!
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mina, that's on you. You were like, oh, let's see where this chapter will go to.
This is good though.
Mina, you have to be horny. I need to be racist. Sorry.
Okay. That's just not. Makes me want to lick every last one of them. Actually, say, can I lick him? Why is she asking?
You know what? That's
Can
a
I put my
weird
tongue
Dimitri
up and down
spin.
all 10 of those sweet little digits? Come on, can I? What you say?
That's a weird spin on Dimitri. I will lick every last one of them.
Stop that, Maria. Seriously.
Mamma
I'm kidding.
Mamma Maria,
I'm just
Mamma
kidding. That
Maria.
did not sound like you were kidding.
Mamma Maria. Slash J, but not
Slash
J,
J.
but
Slash J.
but if not J.
But if not J. Consent is important. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Maria. All right. How did those tea leaves turn out, madam? The ones you imported. Oh, the mates just adore it. They can't get enough of that aroma. I'd sure like to get a taste of it. If you,
That's little cocaine.
anything extra, think you could spare a sip for me? That was, what was in
Cocaine.
the cups I dropped? What? Really? Well, ain't that a crying shame? And JACOPO wouldn't have any of it.
Jacopo.
See, this is the thing, right? This is the setup where the lonely wife is seduced by the beautiful maid, you know?
I'm sorry, the way you said everything, it was like just like.
Yeah, I was hoping
the
it was
way
like,
my beautiful maid.
yeah. Is that what? God, why does a man have a stick up his ass? He has the prettiest wife on the planet.
Because
God
I
damn,
sat on one, okay?
I wish that were me, bitch! You went for all the trouble of making it for him and... He was busy. It's not his fault. Busy? You mean playing billiards, drinking bourbon, and puffing a damn cigar?
Bourbon.
It may look to us like they're just making small talk, but I'm certain their meeting has some importance to their business. It was imprudent of me to try to step into the men's world.
That's just not right. I mean, you're his wife. I wish I had a wife like you, hello?
Mood.
But shouldn't you be allowed into the room? It doesn't bother me.
But it bothers me.
You don't have to pretend.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. How would you like to have some of that tea now? We also have some orange marmalade, which we like so much. Add a scoop of that and a tray of cookies and we'll have perfect tea time.
Oh my! Can I?
Yeah, I know, right? Orange marmalade, that sounds
Jacopo, come back! I want to.
Jacopo, come.
You're singing the siren song, madam. But you really should be doing that with him. He would not have tea. I suspect he does not like it. He's a fucking alcoholic.
He's a spirit fucker.
I don't want it to go to waste, so...
Oh my god.
Madam. I know it's none of my business, and I have no place at all saying this, but... It's not impossible for a woman to file a divorce these days. And get with me!
Like,
Ay!
honestly,
Jay.
considering what's happening now, I'm wondering how they did get married. Like, legit, like, what happened?
Yeah. Like, did he change? I don't know.
Right?
And
Like,
if he
what
did,
was the?
why?
Yeah, it's like a lot. Like, there's questions, right?
She really said leave him and get with me. I'll treat you right. I'll be your man.
I'll lick you.
I'll lick your fingers. Why is this game so good for memes? I don't understand.
I don't know. And it was from the beginning. We just freaking there's so much stuff you can just
There's so much stuff to bite into.
even
you know?
Pauline, even freaking Pauline.
Oh,
like,
fucking Pauline. Oh my god.
He's definitely alive. Oh yeah.
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Pauline.
You don't have to sit down and take it, not one bit. You're pretty, you're pretty well educated and still young. There's hope even if you do leave him. There are plenty of other men out there. You aren't obligated to stick with that arrogant jerk. And me. I'm also single. Just, you know.
And available.
Can't wait to watch those. Yeah. I'm sorry. We're missing one VOD on Twitch, but they are scheduled on YouTube. I can just take a look for you when the first one is gonna come out. Just give me a second, and I will check my YouTube video.
But yeah, the votes, the pings for votes is also on Discord when they upload it. So
Yeah, I set up an automatic bot that does it for me. Oh, we already uploaded the first one, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
The first one
it
was
is on,
uploaded on the 10th, and the next one is coming out on the 17th. So
They're like 2 months behind, or yeah, it's like.
yeah. Let me see. The last one I uploaded was the coma one, and that is from the 3rd of June. So yeah, 2 months.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Because we're keeping it slow on purpose so that I don't like catch up, basically. Because if I just stream like 3 times a week,
And there was a hole. Yeah.
yeah,
A small hole.
yeah. There might be pauses if I do catch up, but I'm hoping not
And
to.
tomorrow-
And we publish on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central European time, or
Yeah.
Central European summer time, depending on the time of year.
He's just very busy right now.
And
There
very
you
busy.
go again. There was a time when he was kind.
Okay.
Ah.
So he was different.
He wasn't like this when we first met.
Okay.
Back
okay,
then,
okay.
he was a little awkward, but a kind man.
Him? A kind man?
I am a kind man.
Yes, believe it or not. There was indeed a time.
Oh yeah, and you can go see, I believe the stream. Wait, let me just... Give me a second. Yeah, there's the Dreamy Boss channel, and it is the live role that gets pinged. So if you go to the role thingy, you go to the last one, click on the ping me for stream one, and then you will get the when I upload a VOD. It's really cool.
Yes, believe it or not, there was indeed a time. Say, Maria, would you mind giving me a little bit more of your time? I'll make some tea and we can talk.
Alright. If you're telling me about when JACOPO was decent, I'm all ears.
Indeed.
JACOPO, more like JACOP.
JACOPO!
Oh my god, she's so pretty.
Oh!
Bruh. Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot of that one.
Yeah, good. Send me later.
The door 2 twist. Oh my god, we called that shit. We called that shit so
yeah,
early.
we did.
I'm sorry,
we
Catherine.
did call it. Yeah, I was like,
yeah, we were like, oh, and then like, yeah. Sorry.
I especially like, saw everything coming after the beast killed the second beast.
Yes,
right?
I think it was the second beast, and we were like, oh no, is that Pauline?
Yeah. I was just like, okay, listen.
Yeah. Because we were talking about like, oh, if it's like what is it called, like a euphemism for him being a foreigner, then Pauline would appear to him as a beast too, since they have the same lineage, right? Because through Pauline's dad. So we were like, oh, okay.
I tell you something I did not call. I did expect like I was pushing Mina to stop before like entering the mansion with Pauline, and thank God I did, because there was 4 more hours of that story.
Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna go for that long and like have a full-on flashback. But
there was full flashback of how he became a beast.
Yeah. How I became evil. .pg. You know, like there was so much to that. Like there was so much more than we were expecting. Like we were
also Pauline. God freaking listen. If you were harsh on Pauline, expecting that. We were like, holy fuck, Pauline.
Yeah, we were like, come on, you're really gonna go there? You're really gonna go there? Did you see the flash? Yes, we saw the flashback.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes. I gave
Michael?
into morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I forgot. I know they named the white-haired girl, but I already forgot what they said her name was. Giselle. Was it Giselle?
Giselle, maybe.
I think it was Giselle.
The guy was Michael, or was it?
Yeah, Mikkel. I think Michelle or Mikkel.
I think Michael.
Michael. Yeah, we're not really sure how to say it, but.
I think if it was Slavic, more like I'm thinking of the thing is than Michael.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I see. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure that they called the white-haired girl Giselle, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I'm remembering 3-4 week old memory here.
Oh yeah, because we stream this game like when we have slot basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I do want to get to it, but it's just.
I mean,
we
can't like we can't
engrossed in either Somnium. Yeah.
We can't make it this one like the Friday game for now.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. And then we're playing Stray tomorrow. Hello.
Yeah, Stray tomorrow.
Stray until we finish it, or I fucking die. We'll see which one comes first.
Yeah, but I do like there's like because like Friday is like perfect for VNs, and we're thinking about just doing that.
Yes.
And also there is finally. Chaos Head Noah finally freaking releasing in October, so that will be good to start the science adventure thing. This is a whole can of worms.
Yes, exactly. This game is easier to avoid spoilers for. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were like, it's because like there were 2 reasons that we were playing either Somnium Files both Friday and Saturday. The first one was that I had a convention in the middle and was really busy, like in the middle between the release and us finishing. There was a 4-day convention I had to go to. So we were in Sweden, and then I was out of commission for the whole weekend, and we could only play that. So we were like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna finish it. And then we did that. And now we're back to this. So yeah. That was just, and also just because, it's a new exciting game that we've been waiting for, and it's one of those things where it's like hard to put down, keep thinking about it and making theories and shit. Like this game has the quote-unquote convenience of having the stories be like bite-sized. so you can finish, you know, like there's the overarching, you know, there's the overarching kind of like bigger plot, and it's a really long story total. Trauma the game, yeah. But like, but yeah, like it isn't like one continuous story. It does have like continuity between them, but there's no like, you know, you're like, you finish one and then you can take a little break and then you can continue, you know. So it's not nearly as like, oh, I immediately need to get on, because you do end up getting a conclusion at some point to the smaller stories, right? So, but yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you're aware, our parents arranged our marriage. Before I immigrated to this country to be married, I lived in a misty island nation. Portraits of my ancestors hung in the house where I lived. I remember as a child wincing in fear at the sight of them staring down at me. My mother and father were constantly telling me to show them respect, as it was their hard work that kept our bloodline alive and well. However, they were fighting an uphill battle to do the same. It would have been clear to anyone reasonably perceptive that our house was coming tumbling down. Valuable furniture and paintings slowly disappeared, and eventually the portraits are gone too. As our house collapsed, so too did my parents' health deteriorate, robbing us of any source of income. And though I was educated, I lacked the skills necessary to obtain work.
Wormies! Mina reading Peak Fishing? Yes! We're finally back to this game. Hello, Wormies. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Welcome. This game is so good.
Technically, what part is this?
6.
6, okay.
Yes. I make the thumbnail, so I know.
Yeah, I know. That's why I ask you, because you got the post.
Yes.
Just as we were about to run out of money and options, my parents received JACOPO's parents' marriage proposition. Both of our families stood to benefit from the arrangement. I had social status and he had wealth. We each had what the other lacked. One needs more than money to make it in the world. Without at least a semi-reputable name attached to you, you're liable to get laughed out in most social gatherings.
But honestly, like, we have so many, like, VNs we want to play.
Yeah.
Does, it's like,
Yep. This one is mostly Spoopy Fridays, but yeah, Spoopy VN Fridays probably. But then again, most of the VNs that we do want to play have a spoopy element to them.
Yeah.
It's not like we want to play fucking Nekopara or something.
Also, Mina, listen, are you still going to play on Discord Sayano Uta? It's like
yeah. We're planning to play Sayano Uta, but off stream because Twitch would.
Yeah, because it's too much for Twitch.
Would have my head on a
pike.
Yeah,
it would not stay long.
No. Like,
because we don't.
I don't
because
think
if Mina plays stuff, she does not want to play uncensored versions.
No,
like,
I do want to play like the original experience.
Yeah.
And, like playing the censored. Yeah, no.
I first met JACOPO here in this country. We didn't even know what the other looked like until our wedding day. To be quite honest, I was scared to death at first. I was so nervous. What kind of man would he be? Was I to be wed to some middle-aged stranger? We were not marrying because we'd fallen in love like a normal couple. I knew I was in no position to be concerned with such things, but when I thought about our future, I shook with fear. But the man I saw through my veil at the wedding was remarkable. He was young, had strong masculine eyes, and at the same time he too appeared nervous.
It's Jonas.
No, not Jonas. Fuck. Fucking Jonas. Oh my god.
He was shaking as much, no, even more than me. Seeing that, the priest gave him an impish little smirk when he asked JACOPO if he vowed his eternal love to me.
And Jonas looks, you're not Kukushka.
You're not cuckoo. Fuck you.
I counted myself among the happy, and I still do. For in that moment, I experienced true love.
Aww.
You wanted to hear about when he was kind to me? Well, after the wedding, we were given a week to ourselves. I suppose you could call it a honeymoon, though we didn't take a trip overseas or even go very far at all. He looked at me with uncertainty and asked,
Where would you like to go?
I beg your pardon?
You shall not have my pardon. That's this week's for, right? I'll consider granting your request, so tell me, where do you want to go?
This is all so sudden.
Nothing? No, this whole engagement was spur of the moment. Normally we would have planned a trip in advance. But unfortunately, our purpose is served so long as we act the part.
Also, Wormies, despite how if he might have been nice in the past, current Jacopo is on our hate list. Just so you know.
No.
We hate him.
What? You must be disappointed that you have to plan your honeymoon as happening.
No,
What? Speak clearly. I don't like it when people don't speak their mind.
I'm sorry, but I'm happy. Even if this is a political marriage.
Well, you're quite the positive thinker. Your parents say something to make you think that way? Well, either way, if you're so glad to be in this arrangement, then hurry up and decide on the destination. Though there is a limit to how far we can go. If you want to take a trip, I'll consider it.
Have you realized? Yes, America.
Yeah.
We just googled the railway company because I was like,
I mean, you didn't even need to Google, you just
No.
decided to check.
Yeah, I was like, this is America, but I was like, I wanted to make 100% sure because I did remember hearing. I can't remember if I researched it myself or it was actually in school, but the whole thing about like building the railway from two sides at the same time and like racing for who finished first. I do remember that being like a thing in American history. So yeah, we're in America. It's NYC, probably, yeah. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Considering that they were working for the Pacific ones, that would be the East, and that's where NYC is, right?
And are extraordinarily racist.
Extraordinarily racist. Thumbs up.
Yeah, this is something funny.
Hehe.
You're Danny with the funny.
It just seems comical to me that our honeymoon has begun and we're only now deciding where we want to go. Not in a bad way, though. I'm glad your parents didn't arrange everything for us. Perhaps you've heard, but I'm quite sensitive to sunlight and not in the best of health. So it'd be rather trying to me to spend a full week out of the house. We couldn't go on a trip, but if it's not too much trouble.
Speak up.
Could you show me around town? I'm new to this country and unfamiliar with its customs, and I'm rather afraid to go wandering about on my own.
Show you around.
It's gonna show building facades here in a moment, and they are ripped straight from the city, lol. That's what I see almost every day. You live in NYC? That's cool.
Yes. Would that be possible?
Possible. On a rare bit of time, if you ask me to show you around town. Is that really the most exciting idea you have?
I'm sorry. If there's someone you would like to go, I'm fine with that. I will accompany you anywhere.
As if I could drag someone who just professed being sickly all over the country. My god, I was all interested in a trip. Hello, what are you doing? Go get ready now.
I beg your pardon?
Didn't you want to see the town?
You remember me, so you live in NYC. That's cool.
You will show me around?
You're the one who asked.
Yeah, this man is incredibly awkward.
Not like I have any other options, so yeah, I'll show you around.
Thank you.
Don't just stand there, you dullard. Get a move on.
One moment. Wait for me, please. Jesus. He hurriedly climbed into the carriage he had called for, a look of frustrated displeasure on his face. And then, as if he had forgotten about me until that moment, he returned, grabbed me by the arm, and led me to the carriage. In retrospect, I realized he was not being very gentlemanly, but I was pleased that he was making any attempt to interact with me at all. As the carriage trotted down the street, I saw so many new things.
Ah yeah, these facades right here is what you're referring to. I'm assuming.
I had spent most of my time cooped up inside at home, so was stepping into an entirely new world. And add to that the rapid industrial advancement currently taking place. I saw men shouting back and forth as they smacked newspaper articles with the backs of their hands. I saw corner cafes crowded with cigar-smoking men on break from work. It's like the hustle and bustle of a festival. But every festival has its underside. I also saw overworked men, looking like they were on the verge of collapse, drinking water from a spigot on the side of the road.
Yeah, and in the updated version, they're even more blatantly taken from the city law. That's fun.
By way of contrast, I wore fine clothing and had a carriage at my disposal. I imagine every day was a struggle for them just to remain afloat. Had I not married the man I had, I too might have found myself on the streets in a similar situation. But it was not relief that spread through my breast at the sight of them, it was pangs of guilt. It felt to me like the life of opulence was wrong, sinful. It broke my heart to know that I was living much better than them. JACOPO snorted disapprovingly at me, seemingly reading my mind, and then said,
The poor man who envies the rich covers his wealth and finds the ambition to make the same for himself, and the rich man who pities the poor, thinking it his duty to give them offerings of philanthropy. To me, the latter is far more nefarious.
I hate this man so much. How dare you want people to live better lives? You're so nefarious. Villainous.
Nefarious. Yeah. Excessive charity will ruin the man, make him come to expect handouts.
Shut the fuck up, man.
And then there are those with the wrong idea of pity, who let themselves fall down on the same place, mistakenly believing it will somehow make the poor feel better.
He really is a fucking speedrun of all bad things about American capitalism.
Speedrun American.
Yeah, he's the speedrun American.
What a joke.
What a choke.
I did not choke. If you're going to do anything for them, you might as well encourage them to climb upward.
Like, he's really acting like everyone in fucking America can be a billionaire. It's like, no, JACOPO, that's not how the world works. It's immoral for a man to hold more wealth than 99% of the fucking population single-handedly. That's fucked up! Hello? You don't need $1 billion! You can't use $1 billion in your fucking lifetime! Do you know how much money that is?
Spur on economic growth and the flow of capital. Doesn't that sound like a better option?
No! We should work together! You stupid...
I say nothing, simply smiling and giving an ambiguous nod. He had a point. My sympathy and guilt meant nothing to people actually experiencing hardship. If feeling guilty of my own fortune, I acted upon that pity in the way he had described, it would accomplish little more than self-satisfaction. He seemed to have seen straight through to my very core. This was a man who had built his own fortune through investment, which I imagine required him to be rather astute. But doesn't a world where everyone is constantly trying to climb higher and higher sound rather exhausting? I personally would prefer to be in a position where I could watch, if only from a distance, as others climbed. But obviously, I could not say as much to him.
Yeah.
Some time later, the carriage came to a stop in front of a shop. As I looked at the building perplexedly, he gestured at the door with his chin, signaling for me to get out. Lost and confused, I stepped down from the carriage, and before me spread a showcase behind a large glass window. However, lined up in the case were not precious metals or expensive clothing, but machines. At first I had no idea what kind of devices they were.
Have you ever had your photo taken before?
No, I've had a portrait painted though. Are these machines for taking photographs?
A portrait, eh? I am surprised.
I did not mean to boast.
Go on, get in.
Please, wait for me. Ah! The owner came out to greet us with a wide smile as we entered the shop.
But if this ain't the strangest thing I've seen all day. You bring a lady, and a real looker at that. Where on earth did you catch this pretty little thing? She's my wife.
He's like, bruh!
Huh. Well, I beg your pardon. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Just goes to show you never know where the cards may fall. Make it sound like me getting married is some kind of miracle.
Oh, it is! Trust me!
I'll always saw you want to choose money over love, sir.
That does sound like him.
Oh, pardon me, this is not proper to say in front of your wife.
He's right, though.
Do you often come to this shop?
On occasion, I need to do some things here from time to time.
I see.
There you go, smirking again. What's so funny?
We're going to have our photo taken, yes? I'm so nervous and excited. I've never had one before. And to have it taken side by side with you.
What are you talking about?
Pardon?
Who said we were getting our pictures taken? And side by side, please.
Are you
I cannot
really
be seen
sure?
with a woman.
Are you really sure he was nice, Giselle?
Kind. You're sending shivers down my spine.
But this is a photography shop.
Hey, shopkeeper. The product I contacted you about, is it ready? Oh, yep, sit tight. I'll be right out. Whoopsie daisy. You take a seat. There's a chair over there.
What?
I'm going to show you something much more exciting than sitting still and waiting in front of a camera lens.
Oh?
Just do as I say.
Okay. Okay. I sat down in front of a large mirror, which I presume was normally used to check your appearance before having your picture taken. Sitting before a mirror with someone else present was quite nerve-wracking. Out of embarrassment, I dropped my gaze to my knees. But when JACOPO returned, I was entranced by the curious object in his hands.
Aww.
What is this?
You know what persistent vision is?
What?
What?
Eh?
Huh?
Nani?
The human eyes do not perceive the world 100% accurately.
This is quite... Yeah, she is kind of deathly pale. They do paint
Yeah,
her
I know.
accurate
No
to
gradient.
that.
This is especially true for objects in motion. You see, we live in a simulation.
I see. What's a simulation?
Oh, it's a complicated thing, but we can get out of it and we can reach moksha.
What's that?
Here, let me show you. Try to do this with your fingers.
I can't. It's difficult.
Come on, you can do it.
It works better on computer-generated hands.
What do you mean, computer?
Who's the computer?
There is no pewter here.
He's on vacation to jail.
But remember... Oh, yeah. But he did say we have like 6 minutes to stay in this. Oh, I remember images for a short time, so if you put a new image in the same place, your eye perceives as motion.
That symbol doesn't work with human hands, Lamau.
It only works with a hot 50-year-old lady's hands.
Yeah.
Think for yourself would be faster than explaining it. You see the slits in the disc? Look through the bottom one and into the mirror.
Okay.
Good, just like that. Bring your head in close. Here goes.
Standing behind me, he slid his finger across the top of the peculiar toy, causing it to spin gracefully, and then...
Whee!
Aww.
Simulation.
Ah!
So, what do you see?
They're dancing! A man and a woman are dancing.
Sounds like you're not having any trouble seeing it. Okay, time for VR headset. Are they dancing well?
Yes, they are. It's the most adorable thing.
Well, adorable. That's funny. I asked you to have a model after a ballroom dance.
Yes, it's a very elegant dance. But you see, they're small, like little dwarves, which I thought was kind of cute. And they seem so close, going around and around without ever letting go of each other's hands. This is incredible. Why does it look like they're dancing? They were all lined up in a row a few moments ago.
Goodness, I just explained that to you. We live in a simulation. It's playing trick on your eyes. This thing is lots of different pictures in a short period of time. But in words you might understand better. It is an illusion. Your eyes are being fooled into thinking the images is moving.
An illusion? But they're dancing. They really are.
You're a
They
witch!
look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. I cannot see it as anything but two tiny people dancing.
That's how it works. Reach out your hands and try to grab them. You won't be able to.
Ah, you're right. That's a shame.
I didn't think you actually would.
But it's the most precious thing. They look at as though they're dancing atop my palm. I was mesmerized by the strange phenomenon. Pictures were moving, after all. Still images had begun dancing in front of me. It was almost as if God had breathed life into them. He had called it an illusion, but I could not grasp that. It was such an adorable, heartwarming sight. I imagined the two were off living in some other world, separate from our own. Oh.
They live
look
in a
so
simulation. Those two live in a simulation. This is.
I was almost certain that they were off dancing in their joyous world, free from all the sorrow and loneliness and pain of this one. Eventually, the speed at which they danced began to slow, as if they were resting their legs. I almost thought I could hear the sound of their feet with each step. Ah, they stopped.
They can dance forever. They don't get tired.
I see.
However, do.
Such
Let's
an
go
incredible
back.
device exists in this world. Makes me wish I'd gone outside sooner.
I'm sure someone from a distinguished house as yours has sent plenty of amazing things with your family.
Didn't I just say I was sickly? I
What?
can't go outside.
What do you mean?
Hardly. I rarely ever left the house. I'm ignorant about the ways of the world. If you had not told me, I would have probably never known about moving pictures. The illusion of moving pictures.
Do you like it?
Yes, of course.
More than the portrait you had painted?
Yes, I do. The painting was wonderful too, but
You can't seem to make up your mind. Go on, tell me, which one do you like better, the portrait or this?
I like this better.
I see.
He looks somewhat pleased.
Now, when it comes down to it, this simple trick is only a child would fall for.
Then, I suppose that makes me a child. If it means I get to watch something as splendid as two tiny people dancing, I'll happily fall for the trick.
Quit describing it as two tiny people dancing.
Shut up, that's so cute.
You're going to lose your head that far up in the clouds.
Oh, come on, it's cute. I think it's cute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do not know how else to describe it, though.
It's a toy called
I was looking at that one.
phenakistoscope.
You did it. God, her standards are so low. Shit, yeah, I know, right? This is kind.
Listen, Catherine, she was
her.
enclosed. She never left. So it's like
She doesn't know what real people should treat others like.
Phenakistoscope?
phenakistoscope.
Wheel.
Phenakis wheel. Close enough. It was invented around 30 years ago. I had the shopkeep make one model after the original design.
So the shop owner drew this?
He did. A lot better than you expected, isn't he?
Yes, indeed. I'm surprised he could draw something so cute.
Say that to his face and he'll go red as a beet. What I'd give you to get a load of that, you should tell him the next time you see him.
He's a sweet man.
Despite how he looks, you mean?
It's not right to judge people based on their appearance.
I'm just kidding. Don't take it too seriously.
Look at his stupid little hat. Doesn't fit his dumb inflated head.
Oh my
I
god.
love it.
The shopkeep here loves new technology.
He keeps saying it.
That kinoscope is one such invention that caught his eye.
I love it so much.
You can trick the eye into thinking drawings are moving. Using a sequence of photos, you can perhaps make it seem though the real people are moving too. And if it becomes possible to show those images to many people at once, these developments could broaden the option artists have to express themselves.
Wow, this douche cared about art once.
Not drawings, but photographs.
Yes, photos. Look at this photograph. Every time I look, it makes me laugh. By taking hundreds or perhaps thousands of photographs, it could be possible to reproduce the world as we see it. This room, people walking down the streets in 24 FPS.
That's photos per second.
There's no point in recording boring everyday life, though. If you're gonna leave a record of anything behind, it should be the projects and the prizes that move nations. Say, for example, a moving record of the opening ceremony of the railroad.
Ah, he's been obsessed with that his whole stupid life, has he?
Railroad. That would be something worth watching. At any time, it would expand beyond a mere record-keeping technology and find its way into the hands of artists.
Okay. Is such a thing possible? You must remain still for a long time just to take a single photograph.
Right now, it isn't. But eventually, it will be. And I'm not simply fantasizing here.
Is that so? It sounds very futuristic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do you
What?
want to support people who work on that sort of thing? Is that why you're friends with the owner?
It has nothing to do with my wants. I'm merely taking their money in it. There is star for entertainment, and artists create the entertainment.
I don't think he was that different.
I have no interest in their pretentious self-expressions.
He doesn't seem that different.
I just want their money. What? What's so funny?
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
Honestly, just about the money.
That's what they all say.
As you say.
Wink wonk.
Alright, let's get moving. Next is dinner.
What? We're leaving already?
Does that displease you?
No, not at all. To tell you the truth, I wanted to spend a little more time playing with the Fanaki's wheel.
She's still calling it.
But I could not bring myself to say as much. Reluctantly, I approached the owner to return the wheel.
Don't bother.
I just posted a bunch of JACOPO memes in the Discord. Oh no.
Oh boy, oh no.
Let's see what it is.
JACOPO.
I've had enough of this dude. When I was born, there was
The
a
fit-
oh shit competition.
The Fit Pix darling is in 15 days. Don't you want to make me angry now, do you?
Yeah. Online I'm fine, but IRL I'm an undiagnosed Italian.
Totally.
Dinosaur, good
Uh.
memes. Good meme. That's all I'm saying to that. Did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Bring it with you.
What? But
No buts. If you don't want it, that's fine too. Just make your decision quickly. You're making the driver wait.
having said that, JACOPO exited the shop. I alternated between looking at his bag and the Fanaki's wheel, debating what I wanted to do. And then with a smile, the owner whispered to me,
You're allowed to keep it, really.
Yeah, that's a whisper if I ever heard one.
Your husband out there had made us a gift for you.
For me?
For you.
Why do you have to read every time this word comes up? I find it so funny.
What?
You're gonna read it again, Argo?
Little while back, he came to my shop asking if he could make phenakinostoscope.
No, you're just making it up.
Now that about knocked me out of my chair. He's a man who only asks for favors. He asked me once to make hippopotamus squidpedaliophobia, but I had no idea what it is.
The shopkeep is like, no, don't worry, he's just tsundere, it's terminal.
He's pretty damn brusque if he got the tongue sharp enough to cut steel, but he's not wicked at his core, I swear it.
He sure became so.
So please, man, be a pillar of support for him. So he's Italian, huh?
In that moment, the Phenakis wheel became a precious treasure to me. We had only just married days earlier, and yet he had commissioned it for me without even knowing what I looked like. I was filled with a warm, pleasant elation. I agreed with the owner. JACOPO was not a bad man. He merely had difficulty expressing himself. He was an undiagnosed Italian.
Voto al negozio fare el spesa.
JACOPO is perfect. Except for, you know, being the least perfect person on this fucking planet. Speedrun is the worst American stereotype.
Oh my god.
Hurrying back to the carriage, I gave him my deepest thanks. He glanced over at me for a moment, then turned back toward the window and muttered, "Yeah." From there, we went to a restaurant for dinner.
Potrebbe scrivermelo.
That's you. There's no
Call
word.
this a pizza? The crust is an atrocity! I'm lacking chewing on the rubber. How can
Yeah,
you
he's Italian.
wave my country flag and not have a spaghetti? Do you have any shame at all?
Undiagnosed Italian in this terminal. There's nothing the doctors can do.
El
Rip in
conto,
pieces.
per favor.
Rip in pieces.
So's the questo. This wine is pitifully unbalanced part of high level of city. Listen to me carefully. The house wine is face of a restaurant.
I feel like he should have just become a restaurant owner at this point.
Oh no. Acce ora parte il prossimo treno autobusa per?
He complained.
Are you talking Simlish again?
Questo treno ferma e dove si trova sulla carta? Mi scusi, posso farle una domanda?
Shut up.
E di que?
Why do you remember it so fucking clearly too? What the hell?
Mi sono perso.
He complained about every little thing. It was a complete disaster. But, curiously enough, I was not at all put off by his behavior. When the
Quando
sun
costa
set,
questo?
when the sun set, the carriage made its way to a nearby hill.
Mina translate. I believe he's trying to speak Italian but with an English accent, and that sounds like Simlish. That's what I recall. I think it was a TikTok. That's all I remember. That's it.
When the sun set, the carriage made its way to a nearby hill. The cool nighttime breeze felt wonderful on my skin. Flush from the alcohol and the light from the gas lamps had a comforting warmth to it. Though JACOPO had complained about the quality of the wine, once he had intoxicated himself, his mood improved visibly. It made him unexpectedly talkative.
Sono ricco e sto frequento un esercizio.
I'm going to speak your life. I'm over it.
What? What do you mean?
Read.
Guarda la cita.
Shut.
Look out at the city. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. A gloomy town that shuts down at night isn't suited to expansion growth, but the city isn't like that. You can see people walking beneath the lamps, and you can hear the bustle of them talking. It is a city that still has plenty of room to grow. As the rising wave economy, many more people will gather here. More people means more money in circulation. More money in circulation means the city grows, companies are founded, and more goods are bought and sold.
Will it really change so drastically?
It can be difficult to see what's happening from the inside. The majority of people go about their daily lives, and the next thing they know, things are different. No, I'd wager most of notice the changes at all. Only those with eyes sharp enough to realize what's happening can see success.
What?
Okay, I cannot afford to overlook even the most minute change.
What now?
So long, gay pausa.
Do you have a dream of some kind? Stop being Simlish, I don't get it.
Un taka stueda.
I don't get it!
A dream. I'm not sure
Please
if it's
help.
easy enough
I
to
know,
attain
right?
a call dreams. Others might call it greed, or perhaps ambition. Don't laugh now. My intention is to make the world mean. Mina!
Mina.
Czekaj!
Yeah, I was about to say, is he Hatsune?
Zawardo. Zawardo.
The world.
Ah, I see. The next mashup should be Dio and Hatsune Miku.
Kono dio da! Sekai! Yes, Zawardo. And to do that, you need neither physical strength nor kindness, but money and influence. People have no choice but to kneel before the forces.
I'm sure it already exists, TBH. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, I should have probably just searched like World is Mine, Dio edition, and it will show up.
Why are you so intent on obtaining power?
And then Midolf is just muda. Because I want to change my country, I imagine.
Your country?
You're aware that I, like you, I'm an immigrant, right? You know there is no, like, Americans, like, you know... I emigrated from an island in the Mediterranean, but not the same islands as you.
Okay, so he's Italian, but where's she from?
She is from...
Misty Island.
Mina, she's from the reincarnation land.
So she's probably from England.
Probably from Novoselic Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she's English. She said Misty Island Kingdom. That's near Italy. Like that's near Italy.
That's not near. Yeah, that's.
That's close to Italy. Come on.
What?
England.
I mean, if you zoom out, like if you look at the Earth from Jupiter, everything seems close.
No, but what I'm saying is that he was like, I immigrated from an island in the Mediterranean to that same island as you. That would implicate that they at least emigrated from the same continent, right? So that means they're both from Europe. Yeah, it could be UK or Iceland. Like that's my because in any other island in Europe the weather is too good to call it misty.
Mina, and like with Mari, is like gay or European, right?
Yeah.
My country is a peculiar place where the condor of violence go hand in hand. As a whole, the country is on the poor side, as if nobody does anything about that. I won't but a few of my fellow countrymen who has set sight on the new world. They are falling far behind other nations. If I find a success here, perhaps they will catch their attention. But if it doesn't, my country is doomed to collapse.
You have much love for your homeland.
My feelings are a little more complicated than more love.
But yeah, like unless it's a question of her like her lineage changing every time, I think England is the correct answer because she was in the first one, she was with her father, who was a painter. And her mother was the lady of the house, right? So at the very least, her mother is English. And she would probably be English as well if she hadn't been thrown out of the house, you know? And then in the second one, I mean, that's more ambiguous. We don't actually really know where she was from. So we can throw that out. But in this one, if she comes from an island country near the Mediterranean, or basically in Europe, it would probably be the UK. That would also explain, like, oh, she has, like, a distinguished family that would also fit with the UK, I guess. Because boy, are they ever fucking invested in their fucking titles for no goddamn reason. Anyway.
But Mina, you're British.
I'm not.
That's nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Don't worry, your pretty little head.
Well, I have to remember not to get myself drunk around a woman again. Forget everything I just said. It's about time we head back to the house.
Alright, but,
What is it?
pretty. Is it alright if I provide you encouragement as you try to attain your dream? I know my presence is more likely to be a hindrance, but I would like to be there to watch as you trek forward.
I suppose, do as you wish.
JACOPO was like, oh no, was I emotionally vulnerable? Forget I said anything.
Thank you. You have my support then. Darling?
The fuck now? Send a shiver down my spine. That's not an unpleasant one.
Giggity.
Giddy. Oh no.
Giggity.
Giggity.
They're married, they're allowed to.
What?
They have a contract that says we can fuck now.
Wait. Oh no.
Look at his little smile. Yeah, that's the last we're gonna see of that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I'm going to punch it out.
Hey!
Read the line.
No! You will not tell me what to do. I am glad to have you. I'm a partner in crime.
Oh,
I shall name you Dahlia Boat.
Dahlia Boat.
Screw you, Dahlia Boat! Fuck you!
Fuck you, Dahlia Boat.
That line will go down in history for sure.
No, it was sorry, it was Dahlia Boat, you son of a bitch.
Dahlia Boat, you son of a bitch! Kuruto Ryuki, everybody!
Dahlia Boat, you son of a bitch.
I was without a doubt happy then. His smile, the things he said, the Phenakis wheel he gave me, they were all undeniably real. And those memories give me the will to wait for the day things go back to the way they were. They allow me to believe.
Huh. Oh dear. Okay, I desperately need to, I desperately need to go refill my drink, so I think we're just gonna take a quick little break to get some refreshments. Remember, you guys, also to get something to drink. Full Metal Alchemist! Yeah. See you guys in a moment. Remember to get some drinks and some snacks yourself. See you in a few minutes. Bye-bye!
god.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Argo is
Hello.
speaking nonsense to me.
It's not nonsense.
No, fuck you.
I'm just giving someone too much credit.
Go to hell. Do you
I
know
cannot.
Do you know how many songs I think of when you're saying that?
I don't know.
Way too many. You have to be more specific.
Okay, limit it to the one I know.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
How many songs I know that?
I don't know. Sorry. I'm blanking.
Okay, I promise you I tell you the name of the song soon.
Fine.
Uh,
Like, you're referring to... Not to Fragile, are you?
no.
No. That's Come On I Did. That's wrong.
It's what? How did?
See, the one I'm thinking of instantly is Clean Freak, but that's definitely not it.
No, it's 6 trillion years.
Oh. Right. That one also has shit on it. That's... Yeah, you're right. That's not how I associate with that song, so... Just... You can't just tell me any fucking lyric from a random song. Imagine if I just said Sekai. Which one would that be?
Oh, Sekai.
Yeah, but that's not the one I was thinking of. Go on, give me the correct one.
Mina, but yeah, you literally know 100 times more songs than I.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it within Sekai. There are several. Like, it's just so fucking unspecific. I'm sorry. You can't just say
Mina,
a very
you
normal
literally-
word.
With my limited freaking know on this, you should be able to.
No, I'm stupid. How many times do I need to
When you say that, I have much to choose. When you choose, okay, so he probably means one of the popular ones. I thought barely freaking know.
Yeah, but I don't think you understand how many songs I know that fits within that category.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying, because you're thinking about what you know, not what I could know. And it's like this is the
Because
fragment.
it's
Small piece of that.
Yeah, but you know, it's very hard to just like expunge all of the information I know to only have what you might know within there, you know.
How?
If the same song keeps popping up in my head, it can be hard for me to think of the other song that might also fall into that category, you know. You know, this is something that actually happened to another maid. She heard a sound in the middle of the night. It sounded like dripping water. At first she thought it was raining, so she looked through the window, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky to cover the stars. Maybe it's a faucet, she thought, so she stepped out of her room into the corridor.
In this economy.
Compared to her room, it was unearthly chilly. The maid regretted not bringing something to cover herself with, but that didn't make any sense. Normally, the temperature wasn't that much colder outside her room. Her night clothes has always been more than enough for a trip to the laboratory. Wondering what the reason could be, she made her way toward the sound, but then she realized something. There were no faucets in the direction she was going. Rather, she was headed toward a hall. The mansion where she served had many halls, but this was in a far corner of the house. The least used hall of them all. Not the least used hall of them all! It had a high roof, but not a lot of space, so it was difficult to make good use of. It also had a somewhat heavy air to it, a very curious room. It was the kind of place you might assign someone to clean as part of their hazing. Oh dear. Anyway, when the maid realized the sound was coming from that particular hole, she, as you might expect, let out an uncomfortable sigh. But there might be a leak, and having noticed, she couldn't simply ignore it, you know. So, as much as she hesitated, she pushed open the doors to the hole. There was nobody there, and it didn't look like anything was leaking either. There were no puddles or water stains anywhere to be found. But you could still hear the sound, drip, drip, getting louder and louder. Slowly stepping further into the room, looking left, then right, left again, she searched for the source of the sound, coming to a stop in the center of the hall.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. She stood there still, quiet, and then a chilly spot on the nape of her neck. With a little yelp, she reached back to feel her neck, but it wasn't wet. Confused, She slowly, warily tilted her head backward. And there hung a bloody skeleton from the ceiling.
Ah!
That's rich! Amazing! Oh my god, you scream like a little girl.
Maria,
My god, are you men or children? This is my house, and I would rather you didn't talk about it like that. Whose words were those again?
Shut your mouth! How do you even know about that? Are you eavesdropping? Another thing, I do not care for the sort of stupid fantastical tales you women so love to pass around.
You seem to be super into it though.
Because they scare you?
Because
I love it. Bully him more. Bully him more. Do it.
Ah, you've never been able to handle anything scary, Jacopo. Whoa, don't glare at me like that. You're gonna destroy my sides.
if you had any. So, did you come here for the sole purpose of telling that cheap tribe?
It sure was effective. Acting tough after that fact just makes you look like twice as much of it was. You're a bitch, Jacopo!
Well, I mean, I did make up a good half of it, but the maid really did hear a sound in the middle of the night. And it came from the back hall of this very mansion. Did you know? They say it used to be a chapel.
Again, I have no interest in your woman's little ghost stories.
I know, but there still could be a fucking leak, man. Please at least go check it out, Jesus.
It's a gas leak.
Is that so? You sure you're not just scared?
Maria!
Bully him more.
Well, that said, the rumors aren't completely unfounded. This is a pretty old mansion, and it's had a lot of work done on it. Kinda feels like it's barely holding itself together. Like a big old quilt with pieces from all different time periods. The back hall is one of the oldest patches. There's this huge window on the far end, and supposedly there used to be stained glass in it.
Right. The one that was destroyed.
Yep.
How nostalgic.
It was a depiction of an archangel, they say. Such a shame. I wonder when it was broken. If it were still there, I bet it'd be worth a fortune.
Wonder what happened to that one, lol. I know.
Lol.
Hehe.
I find that hard to believe. First of all, why would anyone put a chapel inside a mansion?
You got a point, I guess.
Now, how about you do some actual work instead of distracting yourself with all this nonsense?
I do work, but, the other mates can be a bit nasty, you know. Dealing with other women is like walking on glass. It's really sad, because I do just want to smash, you know, but they're not
Yeah.
into it.
Am I to blame for that?
What if I said you were?
I would not care.
Don't give me that look. They're just not fond of me, simple as that. Nothing you can do about it.
Is that so?
Oh yeah, I was talking to the madam and she was telling me you used to be quite the gentleman. Were you perhaps actually in love back then? You sure don't act like it, so it's easy to miss, but I guess you're not made entirely out of steel. Just like when you were younger, you're still...
Do not speak of that.
Uh,
The past is not worth remembering. It is unnecessary.
so to you, the past exists just to be cast aside? Nah, it's not important. You don't want me to talk. If you don't want me to talk about it, I won't talk about it. But your wife. Never mind. I'll leave you be. I have to get back to work soon, or I'll be staring down the headmaid's arctic smile. Yeah, that sounds about that sounds about her face.
Alright.
If the fancy strikes me, I'll drop by and we can trade more ghost stories.
Maria.
He looks so fucking like Maria. No,
Maria.
no, Maria.
Mamma Maria.
What? No ghost stories?
No, not that. I have not forgotten those days. But no, it's
I'll be off then.
Alright. Your defensive strikes you drop by and we can trade something other than ghost stories.
As a ghost stories then, got it.
He's mercilessly bullied and he deserves it, but he's still kind of baby. Yes, that's why we bully him. Evil baby. He's the boss baby.
What did I tell you? I'll consider it. Goodbye.
Ora. God damn it. Can't escape anything.
Ah, they have grown to be so beautiful. Such a wonderful fragrance. The scent of roses is so calming. I wonder why that is. Would it cause any trouble if I picked one?
Who the hell is that?
Holy shit!
New
It's
character.
It's her! Run!
Well, hello there. Out for a midnight stroll, are you?
It's not Ran.
Quite the peculiar hobby. Madam? I cannot spend as much time as I would like outside during the day, so I end up coming out at night. I apologize if I startled you. Oh no, not at all. There's a chilling, captivating beauty to the sight of your snow-white form standing there in the moonlit garden. I would hardly. What are you doing out so late? I saw a figure through the window. On the slight chance it may be a burglar, I thought it my responsibility to ensure they did not break in. I brought my mace, and my sledgehammer, and my axe, just to make sure.
Uh-huh.
It was also the middle of the night when the grocer's servant broke into their safe. News of that spread quite far. I'm sure you would have heard about it. Oh, but Gimash was imprisoned some time ago. Dear me, cannot seem to get my head out of the past. 300 years. Do you intend to give that white rose to someone? Yes, I was thinking about giving it to my husband. While I expect he has little fondness for such feminine tastes, the scent of flowers has a truly calming effect. He might find it relaxing when he needs a reprieve from his work. Oh, is that so? You are very kind-hearted. Speaking of white roses, the rose he meant to give you was the same shade of white. Oh? He? But when you touched it, it turned a deep shade of red.
Right.
There was but a single white rose in the garden, so he was unable to give it to you as he had wished. In its place, he had a decorative rose fashioned for you. What exactly are you referring to? Oh dear, do you not remember? Then, am I to assume you have forgotten what happened to the rose accessory as well? He was unable to give that to you either. But that time, because she rejected the gift. I'm not criticizing you for that decision, of course. You had perfectly good reason for not accepting it. Heartbroken from having lost you, he buried the rose in his garden. Over the years, the roses in the garden withered away, and in their place grew a thick, unsightly nest of weeds. Many, many years later, that accessory was dug up by a beast. And curiously enough, it had not a speck of rust on it. A beast? You do not remember him either. The foreign man who, through his interaction with you, almost regained his humanity. I'm sorry. I have no idea who you speak of.
I also feel
The
like
beast?
isn't she gradually getting just a little older? Like I feel
I
like she
don't
was
know.
Because I feel like she was supposed to be very young in the first one, right? Like, they were all teenagers-ish, I feel. But here she's married and clearly, like, at least in her, like, mid-20s, perhaps. But I don't know.
The only gift I have ever received from a man is my Fenakis wheel. And furthermore, I have only lived in this mansion for a year.
She was 16 in the first door. Yeah, exactly. The second door is, again, ambiguous. But I do assume that she was over the age of 18. That's just an assumption on my part, though. And in this one, she definitely seems older than that, even.
While the garden was not as thriving as it is now, it was certainly not in ruins when I arrived. Because I had been taking care of it, yes. But, for whatever reason, by my hands alone, I was unable to make it into anything quite as splendid as it is now. Once you arrived and began to work on it, however, just look around. You have restored it to its former glory, to the magnificence of the flaxen-haired family's time. I promise I am not trying to fault you for anything. Now that I think about it, it makes sense you would not remember. Though you are still you are different than before. Different, though not in the sense you are a wholly distinct person. Tell me, is your name, I'm assuming Giselle, again?
Yelled about.
My name is Dahlia Boat, yes, but you should already know that. Again? More proof that you are indeed you. Did you know that your current name is pronounced the same as the name of the person you are waiting for? What are you talking about? I have met you many times and I know of your past, of events that transpired long, long ago. I'm telling you the truth. I first came to this mansion just a year ago. Until then I had never left my country, or even set foot out of my own house. We did not have any servants either. So where then are you saying we met? This mansion, of course. But I'm telling the truth. It was a year ago, shortly after my parents fell ill and I received an offer for my marriage. I knew something had to be done. I knew it, and so I'm telling the truth. If that is what you remember, then I do not doubt you. I'm having the weirdest conversation of my life! But I also suspect I know why you seem so flustered. Are there moments when your memories seem hazy? When it seems like important details have fallen through the cracks? You needn't fret. One day eventually, you shall remember all. One day.
Yeah, so at the very least, our Giselle here is very, that's just what we're going to be calling her now, is very similar to the Master in the sense that they both seem to not be quite remembering what they're doing.
What the hell is this? A white rose. She lived this here.
Thinking emoji. Yeah, no, right.
A flower? What does she think she's doing? Is she trying to aggravate me? That garden. That Dame Rose garden is the whole problem.
Oh great, he's gonna destroy it.
Flowers serve no purpose but to deceive.
Jesus.
Deceive. That garden is a sign of weakness. He has no place in this house.
Jesus Christ, man.
Approximately a week had passed since then. The white-haired girl
One
was,
week later.
as usual, spending her time in her room reading, staying inside the house. Then Maria barged in. Madam! Madam! Oh my, you're out of breath. What happened? What happened is we have a big problem. The garden! The rose garden. The garden? All the roses you put so much love and care into growing are being chopped down. We'll lose them all if we don't hurry. Upon hearing the news, the white-haired girl dashed from her room and toward the garden, with Maria following close behind.
Sweats.
When she arrived, she saw a dozen or so sweaty, rugged men at work, JACOPO shouting orders. The men clearly had no concept of how much a single flower was worth. No concern whatsoever for their beauty. For they mercilessly, thoughtlessly hacked away at the shrubs like they were naught but weeds. Each flower they tore from the earth extinguished another of the many lives the white-haired girl had put so much time and effort into tending for.
JACOPO, what are you?
Oh, hello, Maria. I didn't expect you would come with her.
Why would you do?
I'm JACOPO, okay? Why it goes
I'm
without saying.
JACOPO. If I don't do something evil, it doesn't follow my character script. You see here, it says task list.
JACOPO.
Be an asshole. That is
JACOPO,
all.
the ultimate Italian American.
I cannot cross off this part of the list before I have done every evil thing on the planet.
Listen, I didn't do enough shitty things in this week.
You see my shitty things quota? It's only half full.
That's terrible. I cannot be seen as a good man. This house has no need for a garden. Flowers have no place here. Might as well do something worthwhile with the soil. A miniature railroad would be a better use of this space, and certainly a great deal easier on the eyes.
He just wants toy trains. He wants a fucking amusement ride in his backyard.
I want a choo-choo, okay?
He wants a choo-choo. JACOPO, 5 years old, wants a choo-choo in his garden.
Choo-choo, chocolate, ta-ta-ta-ta.
Read.
Read? But I never learned how to read. I could even get my hands on some genuine wheels. You know, the round ones. The same wheels
Not the
being used
square
in the revolutionary transcontinental railroad.
Railroad. Ooh.
10 or 20 years down the line, they'll be worth a fortune.
JACOPO,
JACOPO!
you know how much this garden meant to me, don't you?
What?
Did it honestly have no place here? Flowers have a calming effect on people. They give you peace.
Not for me!
They are not by any means worthless.
So you're saying that white rose was your passive-aggressive way of telling me to calm down?
Not at all. I simply thought you...
At the end of the day, you're just using them for your own purposes to trick and deceive.
The only time she's ever
You know
gotten an
which?
even slightly angry sprite. I know, right? She really cares about her flowers.
To you, this rose garden was nothing but...
JACOPO! You've gone too far. This isn't right.
Gone too far. This is my mansion. What do I do with my property is my business.
Yeah,
I'm
like
JACOPO and this is my mansion. I do what the hell I want.
Like this is, I think this is her only like even remotely angry sprite. She actually looks quite angry in a way.
No. Throws Arch out of the picture, we'll have a much better view. There won't be anything blocking the sun any longer. Oh, the lovely view of sun. Oh, I'm blind. Fuck. Nothing better than look directly into the sun.
Like you can even see she's wearing flowers all over her outfit, right? Like it's clearly something she cares about.
It is supposed to be sensitive to sunlight. Spend too much time out here and you're liable to fall ill. Get back inside now. You too, Maria.
The poor thing, though she did not say a word, was surely thinking, are you truly that determined to rob me of my sanctuary? The words twirled around in her head, unable to make the final journey to her lips. She stood there looking down at her own feet as her horsemen marched off, and listened to the screams of the roses being reaped. After being torn down by JACOPO, the garden was reverted into a state of ruined desolation. A shame after all the work that went into restoring it to the beauty it had under the flaxen-haired family. And as JACOPO had said, in its place went scraps of metal, train wheels, prototype models, carbon rods. Those items may have had value for him, but I certainly did not think it was worth robbing his wife of a place that made her feel comfortable, just so he could store them there.
Mina, oh, my wife is comfortable. We cannot have that.
Yeah. My wife is happy?
Oh
no,
boy, no,
I
no,
hate
no.
my wife, haha, sitcom joke. Besides, I was rather fond of the rose garden myself. That's literally half of old sitcoms. It's just, haha, I hate my wife, isn't she such a bitch? Marriage is a prison. And I'm like, you had the choice! Why are you married? I don't get it. I don't get straight people humor sometimes. Haha, I hate my wife / funny. Yes. Anyway, back to Jacopo's evil person. Evil person quota.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
rose seems
it's
to
me,
evoke a sense of
Jacopo.
nostalgia in me. I felt as
me.
though... It's a me.
Jacopo.
It felt as though somewhere far beyond the edge of my memories, I'd seen another garden of roses. Modest though it may have been, but I can't remember when it was. Does that come as a surprise to you? I'm quite sure there are periods of the mansion's history of which I'm not aware. But in any case, Jacopo had caused many people great pain in order to repurpose that garden for himself, and he continued to walk all over his wife. Whenever she tried to do something kind for him, he would brush her off, saying, "That's not your place." He paid no mind whatsoever to the looks of dejection that rose to her face each time he rejected her. I was beginning to wonder if anything she had said about the man he had been a year earlier was actually true. And if it was true, could a person really go through such a drastic change of heart in such a short time? What do you think, Master? No. I've spoken enough about me already. I seem to be talking a lot about myself this time. But that is hardly appropriate behavior for a maid. Now let us return to our tale. That evening, the white-haired girl sat in her room, staring sorrowfully at her Phenakis wheel. A small mirror before her, she tried spinning the paper disc. But it was just not the same as before. Her husband was not there at her side, and even more critically, there was not a smile on her face. And then, she heard a faint knock on her door. Who is it? It's me, madam. It's me. May I come in? Oh, Maria. Of course, come in. What are you doing here at this time of night? I was just wondering how you were doing. Should I have left you alone? I have a tattoo appointment, so I gotta get going, but have fun with the store. Jacopo for me. Bully Jacopo over me and give him a little head pat as a treat. Thank you! Can I head pat him in the face with a chair?
Really fast.
Really fast with a chair?
You will not see it coming.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'm always glad to have you.
Also, by the way, does this mean that their maid uniforms have not changed for like at least like a few hundred years? Because holy shit.
Mina, if somebody doesn't change outfit for 6 years, they can change it for 600 too. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're making me blush, madam. I got the feeling you were a little down in the dumps. So I'm not here because I need to be. I just kinda ended up here, I guess. Maria. Sorry, I'm not making any sense. I can be a bit of a busybody, you know? Trouble with boundaries, I guess. Never been able to fix that. No, I don't consider you intrusive at all. I cannot count how many times your bright smile and cheerful energy have shone a light on me when things were dark. If I didn't have you, I would have given up already. You seem to see right through me. Even now, you're exactly right. I'm feeling a little dispirited.
Yeah.
That garden was an even bigger life raft than I thought. Perhaps I'm being overly dramatic, but the roses were almost like children to me. I get it, I do. Put your heart and soul into tending that garden. It was obvious how much you loved them. Of course it's gonna hurt watching a bunch of men stomp all over your flowers when you cared for them like your own children. Now, I know I said this once already, but you don't need to force yourself to put up with him, really. You don't have to bend to his will just because you're a woman. You can survive without him. Anytime you want to walk away, that's your choice. I mean, I'd sure be lonely if you left, madam. But your happiness is more important than any of that. So, you know, thank you, Maria. I truly do appreciate it. But I would still like to wait for the day I can see his warm smile once more. If you say so. Well, in that case, I guess I'll just have to be there to back you up. I'll be alright. I'll leave everything to this holy virgin. She keeps saying it!
I mean, Maria, you know, is like... fucking-
Yeah. I'll have a stupid grin on my face no matter how down you're feeling. You really are the reincarnation of the Mother of God, aren't you? Oh, you.
The horny one.
The horny one. The horny Mother of God. Oh, you. I told you it's just a joke. Whatever. So, hey, madam, how about a dance? A
Dance till you...
At this time of night? Yep. And since
is
it's
this a
so
comedy?
late, no loud music. All you get is a little whistling courtesy of me. But this room is too small for... We'll use the Great Hall. Wouldn't that put us in everyone else's way? He'll probably complain about the noise too. No need to worry. Jacopo's out inspecting some factory or something today. After that he's got a
Oh, it's a
meeting, so he'll
factory.
be staying the night elsewhere. The rest of the maids are in their rooms chatting away. No one will notice. Where I come from, we dance all the time. We take eat, drink, and be merry to heart. No food or drink for us, but we absolutely can dance. Dancing's a great way to forget all your cares. I am not much of a dancer. No big deal, nobody's watching. Come on, put on a little fancy perfume and let's have some fun! I don't have any perfume, though. Didn't think so. You got all the right ingredients, madam. But you don't try to make anything special out of them. You got so much potential, but not even a decent-sized wardrobe. At the very least, you should wear some perfume. Which is why, ta-da! I brought some with me. The maids are in love with this stuff. It's a big hit with women all over the country, and that's why I wear it, because I hope that will bring women to me. The base is vanilla. It's got several other fragrances mixed in. Give it a try. It smells divine. But Maria, Come on, what's the harm? This little splash on your wrist, like so. What you think? Oh, you were right. It smells wonderful. Doesn't it? So you like it? Yes, very much so. Excellent. Now off we go to the Great Hall. Are we really gonna dance? You bet your butt we are! It's not healthy to hole up in your room all day. I know you can't handle a lot of sunlight, but you still gotta have some fun and move your body. Come on, let's go. Oh, Maria. Hee hee. Though she looked outwardly uncertain as Maria led her forward, hand around her wrist, the white-haired girl seemed to be enjoying herself on the inside. Having spent her life without a single friend, she never dreamed the day would come when she would find herself being dragged through the empty halls of Dark Mansion by another woman. Maria's presence seemed to shine a light upon the quiet corridor. It would have been a very lonely trek without her. Maria spun around, gave an impish smirk, and raised her pointer finger to her lips with a soft shh. The sight of it caused the white-haired girl to chuckle quietly. The two of them, on their way to the secret private ball, were like two adolescent girls. In short order, they arrived at the Great Hall. Ah yes, this place. My heart was pounding all the way here. What's there to be nervous about? It's not like you're breaking any rules. Only kids get in trouble for staying up late. And once you've grown up, you're responsible for yourself. I will say, though, that it seems rather odd for two women to dance together. Oh? If you're having a good time, what does it matter what's between your legs? Where I come from, there are dances where families lock arms in a big ring and go around in circles. So as two girls can have some fun together. I imagined you had many good moments with your family. I wonder if she's Italian too. Maybe.
Mamma mia. Maria.
Well, I mean that would
It's
explain why she has.
Maria.
I mean that would explain why she has a history with Jacopo, right?
Jacopo.
I don't have a family anymore. What?
Oh.
All right, so I'll show you how it's done. Watch carefully, cause you're up next. Okay. With a wide grin on her face, Maria began whistling softly and prancing across the door with an energetic rhythm. It's not the kind of complicated dance you'd see at fancy parties. The motions are simple, flowing, and embellished. A folk dance, I suppose you might call it. She seemed to be improvising a little bit as well, but in any event, the white-haired girl was captivated.
Despite it being a sequence of steps anyone could replicate, Maria breathed life into the dance. She was neither as lithe as an acrobat nor as light on her feet as a professional dancer. She was her own lively, beautiful self. Maria twirled in place, the skirt of her maid uniform billowing gently up around her. With a smile, she extended her hands toward the white-haired girl. She hesitated for a moment, but as if being pulled forward by some invisible force, she took Maria's hand. Hand in hand, Maria ushered the white-haired girl into her dance. It was just the two of them, but you could almost see the crowd forming around them. The other people stepping up to join in.
That's it, madam. Doing great. Now lift your leg up good and spin like so. This is not easy, Maria. I'm having trouble following along. You can do it. Looking good so far. You're a natural, madam. Oh, Maria.
Holy shit. Why is there such homosexual energy in the room right now?
No.
I won't fall for your flattery. I mean it.
The whispers of the two girls. Their muffled laughs. Step, hop, step, step. The rustling of fabric. Many different soft sounds layered atop one another, creating a little bubble of happiness in the center of the hall. The white-haired girl's movements were a great deal clumsier than Maria's, but Maria would never disparage her for that. On the contrary, she showered her with praise. As flustered as the white girl appeared, I imagine she was quite pleased. Before long, the tightness in her face muscles loosened, a smile spread across her lips, and she began to brighten up.
See? What did I tell ya? Fun, huh? Yes, I am quite surprised. Both that I can dance and that I enjoy it so much. Glad to hear it.
They exchanged looks and both laughed. That might have been the first time I had ever seen the white-haired girl so delighted. However, because of her infirmity, she quickly found herself out of breath, her porcelain skin flushed red. Maria immediately stopped for a break. She could surely have continued dancing for some time yet, but Maria was conscious of the white-haired girl's physical condition. She looked over at Maria regretfully.
My apologies. If only I had more stamina. I am hardly a suitable partner for you, Maria. Sure you are. This is all to cheer you up, madam. So as long as you're having fun, nothing else matters. The heck, I'm enjoying myself plenty too. What do you think? Wouldn't it be nice to do this again sometime? Whenever you're feeling down, let's dance. If you really do enjoy dancing with a frail girl like me, then I would be glad to. Have a little more confidence in yourself, madam. You're so pretty and kind-hearted. I have loads of fun when I'm with you. So you don't need to be so hard on yourself, got it? Thank you. The pleasure's mine. It's an absolute honor to have the rare opportunity to see such a bright smile on your face, madam. My apologies for keeping you out so late. I should get back to my room. Oh, I didn't even realize what time it was. I'm more than up for a little more gum flapping. You have improved my mood more than adequately. I would not want you to be tired for work tomorrow. Okay. Well then, let's get out of here. Yes, let's.
Smiles on both of their faces, they made to exit the great hall. However, before they reached the door, it swung open. A man's towering shadow cast the two women into darkness, his cold, bitter gaze affixed on them. If I'd had even the faintest premonition this might happen, I would have done anything in my power to stop the two cheery girls on their way to the hall. But I am eternally powerless. Oh no.
What are you doing?
Standing before them in the doorway was the master of the house, JACOPO.
Ah! I thought you would not be back until tomorrow.
How would you know that? Now forget that. Does my staying the night elsewhere have any effect on you? You're just waiting for this opportunity, weren't you?
No. What would I possibly want you out of the house for?
I'm sure you know better than anyone.
What?
What is that smell? Perfume? When did you get perfume? And I have to say, you seem to be having quite the time. Look at you, you're out of breath, red as a beet. I made the right decision coming back. Where the hell were you going?
No, I wasn't going. JACOPO, calm down, seriously.
You shut it. Now you're taking this Trump's side.
What the fuck? I hate this man.
I have told you before, you are not to leave this house without first consulting me. Or do you mean to tell me that you've forgotten?
JACOPO, we are inside the house! What are you talking about?
God, your ears aren't just for show, right? They're better than that. They'll even throw you out to the part you don't want to hear.
No, I swear, I was not doing anything. You.
Silence. I have no interest in your excuses. You're always watching from the shadows, observing, trying not to step on anyone's toes. And in the back of your mind, you're mocking me.
What the hell? Do you remember when he was like talking about like the poor man jealous of the rich guy or whatever? Do you think he's jealous of her, like for being born into it or something? Even though her family was on the verge of collapse, maybe he just like sees something that he doesn't have in her. Like maybe he's like feeling inferior or something because no matter how much money he has, he will never be accepted if not for her name stuck to him. No,
Listen up and listen good. You just try stepping out of the line again. You just try disgracing me again. You will not get away with it. For the love of God. Get back to your room now. You too, Maria.
Alright.
God, what is this sickeningly sweet smell? How utterly infuriating. It'll take forever to get this off me. I always thought you had at least some sense of taste.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Why did he have to disparage her so? What did she do wrong? What did she do to deserve that? She did nothing whatsoever wrong. She deserved none of the ridicule he showered her with. However, she was not a strong-willed woman. She did not have the courage to retort to the man yelling at her, and neither did Maria, it seemed. Without another word, they both scrambled out of the great hall, away from Jacopo. The white-haired girl was a painfully miserable sight to behold. The cheer had drained from her spirit, and the rosy hue from her now pale cheeks. She was hunched forward slightly, looking like a small, scared animal. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. If I hadn't asked you to dance, me bringing the perfume only made things worse. No, you need not feel bad about anything, Maria. My husband is an abusive fucking asshole right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Everything you did was with my best interests at heart. So, don't worry. I will be fine. So, madam, I'll clear everything up. I really am to blame after all. He wouldn't even give you the time of day if you tried. He's a stubborn little shit when he's mad. Thank you. I'll talk to him. He's more likely to listen to me. I'll make sure he knows he was jumping to conclusions that I'm the one who dragged you out there to dance. And also that I forced you to wear the perfume. I'll clear everything up, okay? So please, you cheer up. It would be best if I could tell him myself. But yes, you're right. He would likely not listen to me. He rarely ever listens to me. I should be ashamed. I cannot even hold a simple conversation with my own husband. These things happen, you know. It's not easy being married, in a lot of ways. Yes, you're right. I apologize for having you do something so unpleasant. But I would appreciate that. Oh no problem. I'm happy to. No need to apologize. I've got this. I'll dunk his head in cold water until he's not blowing steam from his ears anymore. I'll cool him down, promise. I'll drown his ass. And you never know, maybe he'll open up to listening. I'll drown his ass! You can be back to the way you were a year ago in no time. Don't you worry, I'll take care of it, madam. Be positive. You look much better with a smile on your face. Alright. Thank you. Damn.
Everyone needs Maria in there.
I doubted Jacopo would listen, even coming from Maria, and I imagine the white-haired girl felt much the same way. However, she grabbed onto that sliver of hope. She let herself dream. She let herself believe, even just faintly, that everything would go well. Such is human nature.
So what do you say, hope?
When uncertainty has you in its clutches, you grasp whatever hope you can fight to keep yourself afloat. That night she did not sleep. She was afraid that even in her dreams Jacopo would be shouting at her. She felt as though her memories of a year prior were beginning to crumble away. Bruh.
Bruh.
I hate this man.
How much?
Too much.
Oh,
No words.
that's a little too much, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I really needed to stretch. The
Aw.
next morning, Jacopo stood alone in the den by the billiards table. He appeared to be rather agitated. His face was twisted into a frown, his pointer finger tapping restlessly against the hard surface of the table.
Tablet.
Tableau. Evidently no longer able to stay in one place, he paced the circle around the table and swiped up a rack and a cue, setting up a game of 9-ball. I'm not intimately familiar with the ways by which men entertain themselves, but in truth, I was bewitched by the sight of him leaning over the table. It almost seemed as though a steel rod ran straight from his shoulder to the tip of his outstretched finger, upon which the cue was secured by another finger looped over it. With a smooth flowing motion, he thrust the cue forward slightly, pulling it back and repeating the process once more, before ramming it into the cue ball, sending it rolling into the diamond of colored balls. A chorus of clicks and clacks emanated from the center of the room. Balls collided with one another and ricocheted off the cushioned walls, a few landing in the pockets situated around the edges of the table. Jacopo appeared to have accomplished this with little trouble, but I imagine merely striking the cue ball with the stick would be rather difficult for someone inexperienced. But despite his accomplishment, it seemed to only exacerbate his agitation. Lousy positioning, he muttered, as though I hadn't the faintest idea what he was talking about. What should have been a game for his enjoyment, he went about with a constant look of exasperation. I suspect he was using it as a way to blow off steam, and as a result, the tension in the air was palpable. I feel it would be improper to intrude upon him, even considering my distaste for the man. There was an undeniable beauty in every motion he made, every perfectly audible clack of billiards balls bouncing off one another. It was an enchanting sight. But then someone without the slightest regard or appreciation for beauty came marching in with a hammer to shatter it like glass. I have no idea who this is. You beat them for now.
Gotta say, that was pretty impressive.
A man leaned against the frame of the open door. He was neither a resident nor a worker of the mansion. The man's face was covered in scraggly stubble, his body draped in grime-caked garments. His eyes were sunken so deep it was as though I was looking at a fleshless skull, though there was a feral glimmer in them. Needless to say, he was not prim and proper.
How long have you been there? Not long, but man, I can't help laughing. We're completely in your own world there. What do you want, and why didn't you send a mate for me? Don't be such a hard ass, we ain't strangers, man. Why should family have to go through the maze to see you? That just ain't right, brother. Your doors should always be open for family. Enough. I am not your family. We're bound by something even stronger than blood. By our family, our Koska. Don't you only ever bring up Koska when it's your interest. Oh, scary.
Spoopy.
Come on now, what happened to you, little Jack? Where'd the little boy who used to call me Uncle Tommy go? Don't you dare use that godforsaken name. Get the hell out of my sight. What in God's name are you doing here?
The man hailed from the same country as Jacopo. They had a peculiar relationship. Though they were not blood related, he referred to Jacopo as family. Ah, he used to be, in the mob, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. An ex-mobster. Probably not very high ranking.
A mobster.
If the Rags were Registorius too, they were probably just, grunts, though. They came from a sunny island in the Mediterranean Sea, a place of many unique customs, and an entire underground society. Koska was the word that originated from and referred to those underworld families. It would be another 30 or so years before organizations like theirs received much public attention, At the time, they were not widely known. Just a short step into the future, and they would grow so powerful, the very mention of them would send a chill through the room. Not to mention that they controlled the American police for God knows how many decades. But let's leave that on the table, shall we?
We're going to play LA Noire later, yes.
Let's put a pin in that.
Pin. I know, there's no way to talk to Ferro Berzatti.
Totally.
You're on the shortest list to become the next Capo Famiglia. Oh my god.
Have
We respect
fun.
our brothers. That's how we operate. I could go home and say you threw me out of your house. How you like those rumors to spread? Listen to be Capo Famiglia. Wouldn't even listen to the request. I very much doubt anything you said could damage my reputation. I very much doubt anything you said could damage my reputation. I ain't been exiled yet. As long as I'm one of them, they won't ignore me. Oh, that's some mighty fine looking whiskey you got there. Don't mind if I do. Nothing here is for you to drink. Booze is my lifeblood, man. No love for brother. You worthless leech. It surely won't be long before you find yourself in exile. Gesundheit. If you're lucky enough to get off the hook with just exile, that is. A child could snap this scrawny neck of yours. If you're gonna go, I'd rather go tied up, tortured for days, covered in tiny little cuts from head to toe. You sick bastard. You disgust me. Call me a carnal adventurer. I despise the mundane.
I want to be tortured to death, did you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Last thing I want is to go out like a wet fart.
Wet fart.
A shard. This is what you came for? To do shart at me? To waste the time with your stupid nonsense? Oh, hardly. Surely you have an idea what I'm here for. And how much I need. He. You damn maggot. A worthless leech is a sick bastard and a damn maggot. Hehe. What their names to get up for sleep for me. You son of a... Dahlia Bolt, you son of a... Do you honestly think this is how you ask for a favor? Whoops, excuse me. I beg of thee, oh esteemed future Capo Famiglia. I'm bone broke, not even enough money to put a bread on the table. Could you spare me a little for a brother? You brought this on yourself, I'm sure. I hear more than enough stories about you, and hardly any of them pleasant. Drinking, gobbling, debauchery. I'm humiliated to be in the same Koska as you. You wanna make money playing, you gotta learn the game first. Says the one who plays himself into oblivion. Now, to be honest, honestly believe I'll give you anything. Oh, but you will. You got no choice. Koska rules. You're required to help a fellow countryman. Especially considering how few of us there are stranded on this colossal landmass. You won't even notice the money missing. I ain't because you can't, but because you don't wanna.
Are they implying he's actually not as rich as he's like?
With JACOPO being a tie that does nothing for you. Me coming for your help keeps your good name clean.
Do you think this guy has been extorting him?
That's the thing about things. You quickly keep little shits like me out of trouble. So that trouble don't come raining back on you. You do not seem to understand your place. Rather than lecturing me, you should be on your hands and knees, begging and crying for my help. If that's what you want, I'll gladly comply. Happy to kiss your boots while I'm at it. Don't even think about it. Know this, there won't be a second time. I will be reporting your conduct to the family back home. I look forward to seeing how they deal with you. Just try to have a little mercy, would ya? Hey, is there a maid around? It doesn't matter who.
How may I
Oh
serve
fuck,
you,
not
master?
you! Fuck, any other maid! Don't have any other maids!
No. I sent them all to work on the most important task of the day. Finding needles in haystacks.
It says that you have 500 years of experience. How do you suppose we pay you?
A lot, please.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't think we have that amount of money to cover that. You're overqualified for this position, I'm sorry. Get a single stack from the safe. It goes without saying, but don't touch anything else. Don't touch the family jewels, okay? Give the money to that man and you escort him out of the door. No! No!
Touchy, touchy.
No, family,
Shiny,
no,
shiny.
not family jewels, no, Dad, no!
We're not. Stop laughing! Damn it.
Call me mom now.
You didn't read it, right?
Yeah.
As you wish. Is that all you needed?
Yes, now get to it.
Very well. Excuse me.
Well. That one looker of a mate you got there.
Don't even think about it, Tommy! You'll get cursed, too.
But there's something I know eerie strange about her. Kinda arousing, if you ask me. Fancy that, we agree on something. How long she been working here?
I don't know! That's the problem!
Yes! Couldn't tell you. As I recall, she came with the house.
She's standard inventory!
Oh my god.
They're trying to say she's standard inventory.
Yep. Is that kind of woman you fancy? I guess you can read will always be interesting.
But you don't know if it means she's DTF or DT kill.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like the one of the thing about that is that you can get yourself killed fast. Is that so?
Just in general, if you exercise that poor judgment about people. People
Yeah.
I don't know anything about are funnier because they might be serial killers.
Yeah, like the thing is, yeah, just try not to think with your As you mentioned this, how old is that woman? I suppose it doesn't matter much. Oh yeah, JACOPO. One other thing I want to talk to you about. What is it this time? And if it's more of your bladder, I will shoot you dead where you stand. No need for threats. There's one about your better half. I do not have a better half, this is my best. What about my wife?
No, he does because he's evil, get it?
What? Who's evil? Well, to put it simply, yeah. She came to me asking for advice, looking a little distressed. My wife asked you for advice. Yep. From the sounds of it, you're pretty rough on the little lady. Yeah, just ain't right, man.
Even a guy who's as unhinged as this dude is like, you're being too mean to your wife. Imagine this guy having a better stand on women than you. Holy shit.
You managed to snag yourself abroad that pretty. You ought to treat her a little better, you hear? She's good with a smile. You gotta make her show it to every once in a while. Why would she come to you about that? That's me. Maybe she ain't got no one else to talk to. And you know, for whatever it's worth, I'm part of the same Koska. Guess you thought I get enough to throw you easier. You know? Really, you just have to put a little more out into how you act around her, and she'll be smiling for you like always. Oh yeah, good, just the thing. I'm gonna love this stuff, I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Is that perfume?
Yeah, it's probably the
Only
same
her.
one.
Everyone's talking about it. I'm a big fan of the stuff too. Smells great. Vinegar smiles at you wavering some of this any man will love in an instant. You never gave her nothing fashionable before, have you?
Miku, stop falling off my desk, god damn it. Stay.
Me!
Miku.
Miku, do not talk to British people.
She doesn't.
May look like the scented water, but you can't let that fool you.
It's actually scented
Inscented
water with color.
Wow, what?
I know.
Go on, give it to her. You like nice smelling lady too, don't you?
But
A little bit of scent can give a different flavor to your night and excitement. Hehe.
he probably never has sex with his wife.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely not.
Jacopo is the type of a virgin, definitely.
Yep. He is the reincarnation of Virgin Mary.
Oh my fucking god. They split in two.
And that's why Maria is so horny.
Yes, we have a horny mate named Maria and Jacopo.
And the man with... Maybe he's just gay. And racist.
No, he's European, Mina.
Oh. You never know.
You never know.
That's how they get you,
I
Marco.
honestly think Jacopo is just monisexual, that's all.
Oh yeah. I just think he has no concern for human life in general. Much
Not
less
human life.
romance. Like, I just think, you know, he's a shitty person. Miku, stay! Thank you.
Well, where is your Miku now? I'll be
guess.
taking my leave. Don't want to keep your maid waiting too long to get her on the bad side.
She looks fine, but this bow keeps falling off of her. So I have to keep putting it back on, you know? Maybe I should just glue it at this point.
Hold on, Tommaso! Why would she? No, make it last. Oh, that's all the advice Uncle Tommy has for you. Ciao.
Ciao.
Hey, Tommaso! Ciampa! Could go after him. I would be a simple task to catch him, grab him by the neck, make him tell me. Tell me where he spoke with her and what she told him. But why? Why will my legs not move? Asking for advice, fashionable perfume, her smile. She looks good with the smile. She'll be smiling for you like always. That can't be. She hardly ever smiles around me.
Oh, I wonder why that would be, Jacopo. I fucking wonder. Oh, man. Do I have some advice for you, my man? Sorry.
No advice, no. And she'll smile for him?
He's totally misreading the situation. Holy shit.
Sweats.
Oh god, he's actually gonna think that she's somehow having an affair with that guy.
Yeah. Last night when she was short of breath, having such a grand time wearing that perfume. Getting ready to leave the house. Just who was that smile for?
Maria? It was for Maria. Her literal
damn
only
it.
friend.
Don't you think I let you run free any longer?
And he's wondering why she won't smile for him. Holy fuck.
His eyebrows were furrowed, creating deep creases in his forehead. Several servants stood off to the side, watching their master attentively as he stomped past them down the corridor. However, no one said a word to him. Had I not been preoccupied attending to his countrymen, I likely could have prevented it. The look on his face would have made it obvious something bad was about to happen. Something that would serve only to further her misfortune. She was already in a less than ideal situation, and it was perched on the edge of a hill, soon to begin rolling down into even worse territory. Jacopo? What's the matter? If you wanted to visit, you could have said something, rather than coming in without knocking.
Is that really necessary?
It's common courtesy. Holy shit, who raised you, man?
Pardon?
Pardon? Is there something you desperately want to keep from me that I must knock before entering? I should have to let you know advance that I'm coming.
What? What are you...
Well, is there? You want to talk to him behind my back, I'm told. What did you tell him? You moaned to him about my behavior?
That hurts!
You told him I'm rough with you? You cried on his shoulder because I'm not nice enough?
You're certainly not making it better.
Him, of all people.
Wait, Jacopo! You're mistaken, let me...
Silence, not a word, not a single godforsaken word. The only thing that comes out of your mouth is excuses. Lies and fabrication. You put on the sweet, innocent little girl act, but what you're really going on through your head. Maybe I should just rip that mask off your face.
Stop, Jacopo!
You look down on me, your nobility,
I knew it.
and I'm just nobody who meriting to it.
He's projecting his own insecurities onto her.
No, stop! Let go of me, please!
When did it start? How long have you been seeing him? Who else have you been seeing? Covering yourself in fashionable perfume and smiling, even though you never smile around me.
Please, let me go!
I can see you with your eyes, you just worthless commoner.
Why would you think that? Why will you not listen to me?
Silence, it's all your fault, every last thing. Everything.
Yeah, he's the epitome of that meme of that guy who sticks like a piece of wood into his bike and then he falls off and he's like,
Oh.
God damn it, it's all my wife's fault, you know?
But the freaking log is insecurity.
Yeah.
I tell you not to leave the house, but you do. I tell you to do as I say, but you ignore me. Every last thing you do, it drives me mad. I don't have time right now to deal with this, to rack my mind over you, over a woman. I don't have time for it. What do you do know that I say? You don't have enough already, huh? Will you not be satisfied until you've taken even my arms and legs? You have an incredible life. I've given you
man.
money, clothing, everything. Look around you, that life of luxury and your parents wanted. It's right here, you have it. What more could you possibly want? Why do you insist on being so unfaithful?
Faithful? You think that what I'm doing is unfaithful to you?
How else would I describe it?
You mean sitting in her room, doing absolutely jack shit? That?
You leave your room despite my ordering not to. Don't think I don't know. When you came to the den the other day, you had your eyes on the other man.
No, I did not. I had no such inclination.
Enough, not another word from you. I've no interest in your excuses. If that's how you're gonna act, then say goodbye to your freedom. You're forbidden from leaving the mansion, or your room for that matter, or even speaking to the servants. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll make you a new room. Too many people come in and out of this one. I'll be somewhere quieter, out of the way. You like garden, how about I put it in there?
Holy shit.
If you leave that room without my permission, this time, I'll kill you.
Why? Why will you not listen to me?
JACOPO, the master of the house, likely loved the white-haired girl. This is what I saw in their exchange. Normally, love is supposed to be a sweet, warm, wonderful emotion. It makes you care for, value that person even more than yourself. But it was the exact opposite for him. I never knew that love could be such a painful thing. How did his love end up so twisted? What did he expect to happen by confining and abusing the woman he loved? Perhaps he was conscious of that. To be human is to sometimes find oneself driven by uncontrollable internal impulses. A few days later, JACOPO dragged the white-haired girl from her chamber and led her outside. The garden she had once loved was now a thing of the past. It had become a dreary space, nary a rose in sight, and being taken there did nothing to improve her mood, only sadden her further. The cold grey piles of metal freckling the barren earth seemed to mock her. Her husband led her, the lady of the house, to a shed that had been repurposed into a Spartan living area. She begged and pleaded, but JACOPO would not have it. He shoved her into the sad little shack and locked the door.
Jesus Christ. Should have just left. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Gotta smack him. Gotta kill him.
How did things end up in this way? Why? All I wanted was to go back to the way things used to be. For us to be able to smile around each other. It had been several days since JACOPO had locked her in the shed, and her day-to-day life was only growing more arduous. She was under constant surveillance. The door was only unlocked to deliver her meals 3 times a day. And despite what an unfortunate situation their employer's wife found herself in, the maids chattered and gossiped and giggled freely. Not even in the shadows out of her presence, the tactless young maidservants whispered directly to the white-haired girl when they brought her meals. "Look at you, madam, caged away like cattle." You could almost hear the sound of cracks forming in her heart. I imagine she had gotten to the point where she was having difficulty merely holding herself together. She had done nothing wrong, and yet she was forced to live this life of insults and mockery, of ridicule. The only reason her tenuously held together spirit did not completely shatter was because she still had her one and only ally. The maid Maria volunteered to attend to the white-haired girl. Maria took over the duty of delivering her free meals, meaning the other maids stopped coming by, and that relieved the white-haired girl's mental and emotional stress considerably. Maria became her sole conversation partner, her sole companion. She did not leave as soon as meals were finished, instead remaining in the shed with the white-haired girl for some time. So, madam, how about a funny story? I flew up pretty hard the other day. You want to hear about that? So a couple days back, I didn't get enough sleep the previous night, right? I'm helping out in the kitchen, half awake, plating up some food. When I got to bring it out to the guest, my heart leaps out of my mouth. Guess why? What I thought was a place was actually an ashtray. Man, I was sweating like a pig. The guest didn't seem to notice, but the other maids were pale as ghosts the entire time. Just about everyone had themselves a case of the vapors. I got quite the tongue lashing at cleanup. Pretty funny, huh? Oh, did you? Sounds like it was a pretty bad day. Yeah. Hey, madam. I know there's not much point in telling you to cheer up right now, but I'm sure he won't keep you locked up forever. He's just a bit crabby for now. He'll be alright. Although, I guess this is a bit drastic for a temper tantrum. I'm sorry, madam. If only I pushed him a bit harder. If only I had a little more influence, she might not be in this situation.
Man, she is way too nice for her own good.
I thought I could be of some help, but I guess I'm doing a great job of that. Of course not, Maria. You absolutely are. Just your being here takes a great weight off of my shoulders. Still, though, I feel so worthless. Because I'm just a maid, I can't set you free.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, so like... Game theory.
Oh no.
At some point he's gonna start suspecting that now she's having an affair with the fucking maid, and then he's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but...
It's okay. I'm used to being in prison. What? What do you mean you're used to it? He never locked your door before. Ah, you're right. I'm not sure why, but I feel as though I've been in a similar predicament before, lacking freedom and contact with others for a long stretch of time.
She must have been referring to when she was with the beast, probably.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's simply the exhaustion getting to you, madam. No one should ever be used to living like this. Yes, I agree. And I pray things go back to the way they were soon. Has getting mad at him never crossed your mind? Getting mad? Yeah, you know, when he yells, you yell back. Let him know he's in the wrong. Never considered doing that? I guess you're not one to get angry, madam. Which would mean you're a better fit for the Holy Mother than me.
I'd kill him. No questions asked.
Oh no, I do. I do sometimes want to get angry. To tell you the truth, it's always going through my mind how, if I did raise my voice, perhaps he would listen to what I have to say. But when I'm standing there in front of him and he starts shouting at me, I freeze up and end up not saying a word. I'm just such a pitiful woman. Everything about me. When I need to speak up most, to stand up for myself, I cannot. Oh, don't look so down. It's not a bad thing. It's just got you in a little bit of a pickle right now. But I'll clear everything up with him, you hear me? In my mind, your modesty is a virtue. And the more I think about it, I can't even imagine you screaming. I like you better the way you are, reserved and ladylike. You can leave all the yelling to me. I'll do whatever I can to help you, madam. Were you able to clear up his confusion about the night when we were dancing? Oh, about that. Sorry, he just wouldn't hear it. I see. But I'm not throwing in the towel. I'll keep trying as long as it takes. So... Say, Maria, could I perhaps ask another favor? Oh, yeah, sure, let me have it. I would like to write him a letter. A letter? To someone who lives in the same house? Yes. As things stand, I cannot simply go visit him on a whim, and I feel as though I could calmly express on paper things I'm not able to say to him face to face. I suspect I might have more luck that way. I also believe he would be more likely to maintain his composure reading my thoughts in a letter than hearing them from my mouth.
I think it's gonna have a... Do you think he's illiterate or something?
Could be.
Yeah.
With this I can clear up all the confusion, and things can go back to the way they were. A letter, huh? Interesting. I'll write the letter, which I would like to deliver to him. May I ask that of you? Absolutely, not a problem. Thank you, Maria. You're the only person I can count on, and I mean that.
Like, it's either gonna be A, that he starts suspecting these two of having an affair, or it's gonna be B, she pushes too far in trying to convince him and he actually kills her. Like Maria. First.
Yeah.
It's one of the two to me. I don't know which one, but... Like, personally, that's the... Yeah. Doshite, won't Argo read his lines?
I'm sorry, there's stuff going around. It's fucking, yeah.
No, it's okay.
Why? How did this happen?
I just wanted to be funny.
Why would she betray me?
She literally hasn't done anything. She's done jack shit, JACOPO.
I want to give her a decently happy life. I didn't want to get violent with her.
Oh no, you're gonna blame it on her?
When I saw her face, when I heard what she had to say. I couldn't restrain myself. I guess what comes down to is that no matter how you dress it up, I'm still a Berzatti.
Arson, welcome.
Dargo.
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 Your name. Dargo.
There was never any way for this bloodline to give that girl happiness.
We're doing good. We hate
God
this guy.
damn it. Why am I fretting over this nonsense? I'm supposed to be the future her, huh?
He's an idiot.
An illusion. But they're dancing. They really are. They look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. You cannot see it's anything but two tiny people dancing.
That's how it works. Reach out your hand and try to grab them. You won't be able to.
Ah, you're right. That's a shame.
I didn't think you actually would.
But it's the most precious thing. They look as though they're dancing inside my palm.
It's almost frightening how much innocence rests within those hands. It's as if they've been completely cut off from all the world's filth. My hands, however, are soaking blood. I fear that bringing her into my world may taint her. Am I capable of protecting this woman's purity? In the end, as I watched her joyously playing, I felt as though I had gone close to her. I was the one being chased that day. JACOPO.
JACOPO.
Sorry.
It's okay. JACOPO, it's me,
Yeah.
Maria. Is it alright if I come in?
Ah, Maria. It's fine, come in.
Alrighty. Calling me surprised? I didn't think you let me in.
Have I ever denied you access to my room?
Nope, but you've been looking pretty glum lately.
I've never exactly been a cheery man.
True enough.
I haven't saved it all, have I?
No, you did not.
I did
But
not.
don't worry, it's one of those games you can really, really fast go back to where you ended, like...
Caught in a quagmire, huh?
I know you
What?
told me before not to talk about your wife, but I'm gonna stick my nose where it doesn't belong today. There's been a lot of chatter among the maids lately about you getting rough with her. I mean, you got the poor thing locked up in a shed outside. You're not leaving the best impression on anyone.
I'm here to box my ears.
Clearly don't fucking listen.
I don't know, Fitty Fitty? The other half is I'm concerned about you. I know you're not the kind of man to threaten someone without a good reason. You're not.
I thought you were friends with her.
I am. And it hurts seeing her in so much pain.
Why has that not so you act around me? I wouldn't think you'd be scorning with the rest of the maids.
Oh, I see how it is. You don't trust me. And we've known each other for so long. This isn't a question of whose side I'm on. You're in pain too, I can see that. You've always bottled things up, kept them hidden. You're too proud to rely on others. But you should probably vent to someone before it reaches the point where you no longer can. Say, Jacopo, do you remember the promise we made a while back?
How far back?
Back when you were still shorter than me. You were 14 and I was 12.
Wow,
I had to leave town and you came to see me off.
that
Quite
makes
frankly,
sense.
I didn't think you'd come. Yeah, that she's a little older than he is.
No, like, not that they have that relationship kind of thing, because, like, she...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was expecting them to have known each other since childhood. From the way she was treating him.
I was surprised, even if I didn't show it.
It's
Here's
me,
she.
Jacopo.
Jacopo? Where's your dad? Are you here alone?
He didn't even tell me.
Ah,
There's no reason you have to leave town. My old man says the Campanelas have more power. I should be the one leaving.
it's not that simple. Grown-ups have a lot to consider. So don't give me that look, Jacopo.
Jacopo!
We were kids, but we both kind of started to catch on to the situation with our families and to the bonds that land held on us. Although we didn't know any of the details at the time. My grandpa owned all the land the city was built on, but he was a very conservative man. He didn't try to spread his influence, instead opting to fortify what he already had. I don't know exactly when it first started, but organizations were used to administrate cities. And when we were kids, my dad was the capo famiglia, and my grandpa his consigliere. But just because he was an advisor didn't mean he was powerless. When my dad made the decisions, my grandpa was the only one allowed to fight him on them. Your father was a cappuccino that served under my dad. He wasn't especially happy about that. But parents quarreling doesn't affect their kids, or at least that's what I thought at the time, and what you probably thought too. But there was still a chance we could be caught in the crossfire, so my dad decided to send me and my mom away. Off to the island and to the north were some more prosperous areas. He thought that by sending us there, we could live our lives clean, regardless of where we came from. There's no changing what's in your blood, though.
You could have told me too. Or were you planning on leaving without saying anything?
No, it's just all decided so quickly.
Why do you sound so accepting? Adults have a lot to consider. You bet they do. But you could at least let them know that you're opposed to it, Maria. But no, your tail went straight between your legs as soon as they were told. Just gave up on acceptance straight away.
Okay, bro.
It will be better than that.
You think I don't know that? But I'll just be my dad's way if I stay. I'm a kid, a girl. I wouldn't be of any help if something happened. And I don't want to need someone to protect me.
I never once thought of you as a girl.
Bruh.
Hey now, that's mean. Oh jeez, thanks Jacopo. Now you're getting me all mushy too. If anyone should be sad here, it's me.
I'm not sad.
You definitely are.
Oh really? You sure you're not actually torn that I won't be around anymore? You're a huge crybaby after all, Jacopino.
Hey, what have I ever cried? And don't call me that.
I made you mad. Short fuse as ever, I see. You gotta learn to keep your head. You're a man and the heir to the Besciati family. You gotta do it.
Don't you lecture me.
So pig-headed.
Oh, that's why it's called Pig Iron Man. I get it. I get it. The Iron Pig is him, isn't it?
You can at least listen to me this once before I'm gone.
Hey, Maria. Another time to spare.
Oh yeah, sure, but not much. The carriage is gonna be here soon.
You have enough for a trip to the hill and back.
Yeah, I should have time for that. Because of our families, we weren't really able to get along with the other kids in the city, so we played a lot at top of that hill. It became kind of like our little secret lair. There was an abandoned house up there. I guess an old farmhouse or something. Kids love that sort of thing, you know? We called it Casa Nostra, or a home, and we pretended it was actually ours. We drew circles on the wall in chalk and used it for target practice.
We brought up a bale of straw and used it to make makeshift beds. When either of us got into fights with our parents, we'd stay the night here instead of home. In retrospect, I'm sure they knew where we were going and just let us do our thing. Oh yeah, there was this one time we were playing and a huge storm rolled in, trapping us up there. The wind wasn't just howling, it was screaming bloody murder. It was blowing so hard I thought the house might fly away. As I recall, you were crying that night. Hey Nero, you here to see me off too? Ah, there you go wagging your tail with that dumb look on your face. You have no idea what's going on, do you?
Oh my fucking god.
You stupid
Who's
little
a
doggo.
stupid little boy? Who's the
Who's
little boy?
Who's my stupid little doggo? It wasn't just the two of us who'd made Casa Nostra our home base though. There's one more. A stray black dog. I'm pretty sure it didn't actually have actually black fur though. It was just really, really dirty.
Of course he doesn't. He's a stupid animal.
Oh, don't talk about him like that. He's one of us.
What are you planning to do about Nero? Just leave him behind?
Nothing else I can do. Can't bring a dog in the carriage. Besides, you're here, so it'll be fine. You'll take care of Nero, right?
He doesn't like me. You're the only one who can take care of him.
Maybe so, but I'm not coming back. He'll starve to death if you don't figure something out. He's a puny runt. I doubt he could win in a fight for scraps. Come on, do it for me.
You said you won't be coming back. Did you mean that? Are you absolutely never returning to this town?
There's no telling what may or may not happen, so it's best not to get your hopes up. Better than the pain of getting let down. Well, I've turned into quite the cynic, huh? Maybe if I'd been born into a more normal family, I'd be in my room in a pile of dolls right about now, my head in the clouds.
I can't imagine you doing that, nor do I think it's normal.
Well said. Hey, stop that, Nero! Quit licking me, that tickles and you reek! Get a bath, dirty boy!
Maria?
What is it?
Come back. I don't care if you don't know when you'll be, just don't say you'll never return. No one knows how things are going to end up. Maybe my old man will gain more power, or maybe yours will. If things continue as they are, it'll be your old man. Then down the line, I will work in service of the Campanella family. And that was fine by me. But even if that's not the future that lies ahead, I promise I will make a place for you. So, Maria?
Question. Do you have a crush on me?
What?
Kidding! I'm just kidding. No need for a conniption fit. What the fuck is that? I was just playing
Conniption
around.
fit.
Conniption fit.
Last time saw it in my garden. Here I am trying to have a serious conversation, and then you... Listen to me, I don't have any of those, you know, those kinds of feelings for you. I consider you a lifelong friend, my one and only friend. That's why I came to see you off, and that's why I'm telling you this now. Whether you're a girl or a boy is irrelevant. Friendship lasts much longer than something as fanciful as romance. Am I wrong?
That's where you went wrong.
Don't laugh, damn it, it's humiliating.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I agree entirely. Yeah, we've always been on the same page, JACOPO. Maybe we did fight a lot, but that wasn't one we didn't get through. No one else understood just how lonely it was, wearing a mask for all the other kids, trying to fit into their happy little circle. We couldn't afford to be found out, after all. Neither of us had any real allies. Except for each other, of course.
Nope.
I'm glad I got the chance to play with you. If you hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't have bothered caring for Nero either. It was too funny watching him chase you around.
You're a sick girl, Maria.
So hey, JACOPO. This place will be Casa Nostra. Still be Casa Nostra even after I leave, right? You won't do anything to it, will you?
Of course not, it's our home. That was always the plan.
Right, thanks. Though, you know, being all nice is kinda creepy, JACOPO. It's not gonna start snowing, is it?
How rude. If you're going to be like that, I'm not sure I want to give you.
Huh? Give what? A present? You should have said so sooner. Gimme, gimme!
You don't have a shred of tact, do you?
Gimme!
the matter? Come on, what'd you bring? Let me have it, soldier.
Oh, Maria.
Oh dear.
Consider this a temporary parting gift. You've been wanting one of those for a while.
Ooh, is that a cartridge? From a cold navy? No way, did you swipe it?
I probably catch hell for it too.
Wow, this is amazing. I always wanted to get my hands on the real thing. This is from the one hanging up in your house, isn't it? The one your dad was bragging about. They just started selling them this year, and it's ridiculously hard to get your hands on one, or so I hear. Man, guns from the New World is something else, alright. Just imagining the moment the hammer comes crashing down on the back of this sends chills down my spine.
Are you sure you're a girl going crazy over bullet cartridge?
That's sexist.
What's the big deal? I like what I like. You'll get in trouble if you don't put this back though, won't you?
Don't worry, I'll return it when you return. And I won't tell anyone I gave it to you.
Okay, well, I guess I'll take you up on that then. Thanks, Jacopo. You'll be my treasure.
This goes without saying, but don't you lose it. I'm giving it to you as a symbol of our friendship. No matter how far apart we may be, or how much time may pass, or how things play out with our families, we will always be friends. The cartridge symbolizes that promise.
It's a promise, Jacopo. Our families may outwardly hate each other, but I'll always be your friend. Always be on your side.
And don't you ever go back on those words.
I swear upon this glorious cartridge, this historic land, and the names of my ancestors, I shall not make myself a liar.
I trust you, Maria. We'll meet again. It may be many years from now, but that won't change a thing. Our friendship will never fade.
I'm assuming Jacopo's family probably wiped out hers or something like that, and that's why they're in power now.
God, you were adorable back then. And short to boot. But now you've hardened so much. I was flabbergasted when I next saw you. Just all fancy from head to toe. You've become quite a smug little bastard, I thought. You sure weren't that little kid anymore.
You have quite the memory.
Well, yeah, I don't forget my promises. And I'd never forget. I said I'd always be on your side. The question is, did you remember?
I did. I remember every word you said that day. And as I said, I left Casa Nostra as it was. But it is quite some distance away now. I imagine if I went back and did a little work on it, we could have a looking just like old times.
And Nero?
About a year after you left, he suddenly disappeared. And just for the record, I did take care of him, as you told me to. I'm guessing he got in a fight with another stray or something. I searched but could never find him.
Oh.
Oh well. It has been more than a decade. Not everything's gonna be exactly the same.
You, however, haven't changed a bit from the girl you were all those years ago.
Neither have you.
You got a little more violent though. Just a tit.
Sure, you seem different on the outside, but at your core, I believe you haven't changed at all, and that's the problem. Still the same old Jacopino.
Could you not call me that? I have changed quite a bit, unlike you, and I'm well aware of it.
Say, Jacopo, do you consider me supportive?
Of everything you could have said.
What was I supposed to say?
Of course you are.
Come on.
You're constantly supporting me, past and present. You're proof of existence of kind of friendship that can transcend gender, blood, and any other such distinctions.
You know, it's honestly kind of bizarre seeing you without a stick up your ass.
Wow, harsh words.
You locked your wife in a shed! I think I'm being very generous to you right now.
Wait, what?
Come on now, hear me out. You almost had me blushing there. Anyway, before you put that stick back up there, tell me something. Am I still your only ally?
You are.
Of everyone in this mansion, I'm the only one?
Yes. If she would at least have a little more.
The madam?
I didn't actually intend to treat her like that.
Believe me, Jacopo, I know. I mean, from a girl's perspective, what you did is pretty awful. But hey, I'm not a girl, according to you anyway. I will always be on your side, no matter what.
God, I feel as though I'm being consoled.
That's what I was going for.
Okay, I can also see another scenario playing out, which is that he will end up like actually killing Giselle, and Maria will be like, okay, that's it, that's it, that's the line. You're dead.
I should have
Like-
never opened up to you.
Like, I do feel like that there has to be some condition to I'm always on your side.
Hey, that's probably not the best time to bring this up, but I have a letter.
Oh no.
It's written by the madam. Here.
A letter from my wife. Let me see it.
Let's see what it said. Do we get to see what the letter says?
What the hell am I reading?
I was considering keeping it a secret, but having seen it, I thought hiding it from you might only hurt you more, so I decided it was best to show you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah?
Wait.
Go on. Do you have something to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think Maria might be jealous?
You think she's been feeding him lies?
Yes.
But jealous of who? Of Jacopo?
Yeah.
Because because she wants Giselle. That also explains why she keeps bringing up the divorce thing. Like, I was half joking about it, but that's actually, yeah.
Also, how much do you want to push it today, by the way? Like, I don't know how...
Maybe like 4
Right.
hours. I don't think I want to push it too much.
Yeah, who is
So I
this?
think-
Who is this letter for?
Yeah, so she wrote a fake letter, I think. That sounded like a love letter to someone else, probably.
Yeah, I'm just like...
Yeah, like, it just hit me. That maybe, like, if we take her behaviors, her being genuine towards, like,
Yeah.
if all of the haha, just kidding, towards
Yeah.
Giselle is actually true, she might be trying to split them up.
It could still be the other way around too, but I don't
exactly.
like...
And I actually, and part of me thinks that in the back of her mind, right? She knows Jacopo, so she's thinking there's no way he's like actually gonna like kill her. I think maybe in the back of her mind she's thinking, oh, I hope he'll just like throw her out or something so I can scoop her up or whatever, right? But yeah, to me it would only make sense if she's jealous of Jacopo. Cause if she wanted to be with him, I feel like there would have been a chance, right?
No, because he doesn't have feelings for her.
Well, yeah, but I just don't think she's jealous of him. I don't know. Maybe. That just seems... I feel like with what we've seen so far, it seems more likely that she is in it for the wife.
I know, because it's presented that way, but I'm saying it could be the case. Because,
Yeah, that she wants Jacopo, actually.
because if the game presents the otherwise, it would be too obvious.
True, true. You didn't read it?
It's a stuff, but that can't. I love you. Who's she writing to? I don't know. I don't know this man.
Take a deep breath, Jacopo, and listen to me.
Yeah, like there's
The
no way
madam is
she
having
wrote
an
that.
affair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah. But I do want to see, cause I feel like the obvious would be that she's going for Jacopo. So I don't know if they're like actually gonna turn on that, cause that is the most.
I'm telling you because I'm just telling you. It's probably because it's like
Yeah.
because Giselle is the one getting the short end of that stick here.
Yeah. This is true.
You know.
Yeah. But it could be that she's just as twisted. It could be that she's genuinely twisted and just wants to see her abuse, because
Yeah.
But this is.
I'm just saying that Maria is definitely manipulating. It's like after when she gave that letter, I was like, wait.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, this is JACOPO.
I haven't changed a bit. If you seriously believe that, then I've got news for you, pal. Anyone who acts exactly the same as they did in the past is doing just that, acting. Much like I do around you.
Okay, no, it is actually Maria.
Our friendship will never change. Ha! What a fucking joke. You picked the wrong girl to put your trust in. And they call you astute. Can you taste the fucking irony? Oh, that just makes things easier for me. But my god, is it suffocating playing the good girl. That stupidly cheerful little ray of sunshine, Maria. Ugh, sickening. On the other hand, the payoff is fantastic. I can't stop. God, watching him lose his cool was incredible.
Yeah.
My sides hurt just thinking about it.
Yeah.
She just wants to ruin him.
Yeah.
You're telling me she wrote that?
No! Yeah, no. No. I think she hates JACOPO.
Yeah, she wants to ruin him, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason I think this
because
is, right?
his family won.
Remember, yeah, exactly. Remember how she was talking about I have no family anymore? JACOPO's family obviously killed them all.
Yeah.
And she knows! Who else could have written it? It's in her handwriting.
Why? Why she must continue to betray me? She's not taking enough already. What else could she possibly want from me? I told her to stay away from my gatherings. I had a rose garden torn down, and yet still, she finds other men. I warned her, told her it wouldn't happen again, that if she betrayed me one more time, I'd kill her.
JACOPO.
Out of my way, Mary. I have to talk to her, ask her what this letter is about, who this man is. And depending on how she answers...
Hold it, JACOPO. Calm down.
Silence. How am I supposed to stay calm right now?
Listen to me. Relax.
Mm.
You try to talk to her right now and you aren't gonna get anywhere. You're aware of just how frenzied you are, aren't you? Besides, you think she's gonna tell you the truth even if you do manage to ask? Of course not. She may look all prim and proper, but that's not the real her. I don't think she's a bad person, but...
Wait, oh my fucking god. Yeah. So, she writes love letters to JACOPO, but she alters them.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. And I think like I don't know how she feels about Giselle, but with that one line, I'm convinced that she does not love him. There's no way she loves him.
Yeah, she does not. But I also do not think that she like Giselle. She's like pretending.
Yeah, I'm not quite. Yeah, like I'm not quite sure on which level. Like if she has some like twisted desire for her in a way. Like that part for me is confusing still. Because I understand that the whole friendship thing wasn't being genuine, but if she has some genuine desire to try to possess her, I don't know. I actually don't know. Guess we'll figure that out.
Yeah, I honestly I think it was just a play on her. Like she basically.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, sorry.
Give the stage. Person. I just like wonder if JACOPO would be enough to like see through it after like.
Yeah.
Not a bad person. The woman who wrote this letter, the other man. She crossed the line. You hear me?
Yeah, like I'm like where is the tragedy? Is the tragedy gonna be that he while still in the misunderstanding, ends up killing Giselle? Or will it be that he figures it out and then kills Maria, which in a way is also very tragic, right? But then again,
like
Giselle cannot have good things. It could also be that he kills Giselle and then Maria kills him. Because she's like, ha ha ha, fuck you!
I do think the most tragic event would be if actually JACOPO is left without her, realizing that she actually loved him really, you know.
Oh, yeah, if he kills
Giselle,
you mean, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Jacopo actually realizes that she actually loves him and never freaking, you know.
Yep. I agree with
And
you
see
there.
and see his best friends betray him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that he figures Maria out and then might kill her too.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm
yeah.
still unsure of.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Or
on that.
maybe
But like,
he tries to kill Maria, but she kills him in
I
retaliation.
am quite sure Jacopo will not die for sure because simply like this.
I don't
He's the tragic-
know.
Jacopo is the tragic part of that story, Mina. Here,
Yeah.
like,
I agree with you there. She's gone too far with this letter. But remember, she's your wife and the daughter of a noble. Oh, she's also been feeding him this, right? You know
Yeah.
exactly what will happen if you lose control of yourself and do something to her.
yeah.
It's not gonna look good for you.
So Mario was totally gaslighting him all the time.
Yeah.
She may be nobility, but I have the Koska. We have our own way of taking care of this kind of problems.
I think the part that got to me, right, was when
Yeah.
they didn't show us her talking to him about the dance.
Yes.
And that, yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it's plain as day. It'll only make a bigger mess. No one else knows about this yet.
And also Maria instigating that whole thing to make the situation even happen, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you telling me to act like nothing happened? And she still blatantly disrespects me?
And this is also a very interesting manipulation tactic, because yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yes, there's most likely he won't listen to what Giselle has to say, but
Yeah.
just in case that he does, she wants to prevent him from talking to her.
Yep.
Jacopo, could you let me take care of it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm friends with the madam, you know that. She'll listen to me,
Of course.
so I'll make sure it gets through to her. Just how much you care about her.
I couldn't ask you. It would be disgraceful.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. What did I tell you? I'm on your side and
Yeah.
you're on mine.
I think it will fall, like something will trigger
Yeah.
the freaking falling
We're
of
in
it.
this together. You can ask me things you couldn't ask others to do. I have tight lips. Anything you ask, I'll keep absolutely under wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Damn it.
Yeah.
You're right, yes, you're right.
And then she's gonna go to Giselle and be like, he wants to kill you, we need to escape now. And in
Yes.
the rage of seeing her out of the shed, he's gonna kill her.
Yeah. If I try
sorry.
talking to her now,
Sorry.
I'm well aware that I always lose myself in her presence. I try talking to her now, I probably will do something rash, yes. I probably...
I'll make sure everything works out. Got it? You and the madam can go back to the way things used to be, so you don't have to suffer anymore. I'll take care of it. I'm the only one who understands your pain, and I'm the only one who can help you out of it.
Because that also makes sense why Maria would seek out Jacopo in this mansion. To kill him. Or at least ruin his life. Forever. But I do think that, I mean, if she wants to get what she wants, he should end up dead. At the end. So the question is she's gonna have a bad day too. Because, like, that's the only way things work in these family feuds, right? It's that you kill it. You kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, don't make that face, Jacopino.
Thank
I will
you,
say,
Maria.
I will say, getting kind of obsessed over guns was also a red flag.
Oh, yes. It was like,
Yeah, that part was like,
Please, let her know.
Interesting.
That even if she is seeing other men, and even if she does silently mock me for being noble blood, that I still love her. Like, holy fuck.
So he was also not as bad as we've been, like,
Oh,
made out to
yeah,
see.
like the presentation
Like,
basically made you,
him flying into that rage was probably also due to Maria's manipulation.
Oh, yeah,
She
because
must have
now
been
we
feeding
don't
him shit
know
this whole time.
the amount of gaslighting he got
Yeah.
fed, like,
Yeah, we do not know what she has been feeding him for the past year.
yeah.
Who knows when she fucking started? Probably when she came here, honestly.
Oh, yeah, like...
She said she's only been here for a year. Interesting timing, huh? That your husband started abusing you right after the new maid came here?
I don't want to raise my hands against her.
You love her? That's a riot. You're too busy chasing your stacks of paper.
You don't have what it takes to truly love a woman. I will say, though, I was surprised when you lost your head that badly. Got the little crush you got on her. You could just sit down and talk to her like a rational human being, and presto, all your problems would be solved. But you can't even manage that, which is why you're in this predicament. Once you're convinced in something, Jacopo, you never let go of it. And she's too timid to speak up for herself. Sorry, madam. I got nothing against you. I just didn't expect things to go quite this well. There's no stopping now. Not when I've got this much momentum. Also, watching a pretty girl like you break down gives me goosebumps. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. She kind of takes some pleasure in her pain.
Yeah.
She's still convinced I'm the only person you can trust. How did he react to the letter?
Yep.
Well, yeah, about that. Would he not take it? Oh, no, he took it. Just, don't feel so bad about this, madam. He said he's too busy with work. He tossed the letter aside. I told him to make sure he writes you a reply, but he hasn't gone around to it at all.
I had gaslighters. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah. I see. That's a shame. It kills me to see you like this, madam. I don't get why he has to be so heartless. Not even taking a little bit of time out of his day to read the letter you poured your soul into writing. It's unacceptable. I'm sure he really is busy. He did not throw it away, though, did he? I imagine he means to read it when he has more time. Madam, after everything he's done to you, do you still think he means well? I have faith. My timing was poor, that's all. I believe in him.
Oh my god.
I believe that the day will come when he gives me his attention again, as he did before. Madam. So, could I ask you to believe with me, Maria? To have faith that he will once more show me his love, and that mine will reach him. Something tells me that it'll all work out if you pray for it. Yeah, okay. If you're fine with me praying, I'll pray. I'll get down on my knees for you, madam. I'll have faith. Thank you. I would like to write another letter. When it is complete, could I ask you to deliver it to him? This one is definitely a lot like the first door.
Yes.
Like I feel like the first door was definitely more like a divine tragedy, but this definitely has some of the same elements of like a person who's just rotten to the core. I'm talking about the sisters.
Yeah, of course you do.
Ah yes. I'm
having a brother complex.
When it's complete, could I ask you to deliver it to him? I'll give him as many as you want. As many as it takes for you to get through to him.
Give me more material, girl.
Yeah. You really ought to learn not to be so trusting, madam. Take a real close look, and you'll see exactly who it was that ground your happy little life into dust. Thank you, Maria. The reincarnation of the Mother of God. Oh god, I can't hold back the laughter. This is a stage of my own creation. We didn't have enough actors, so the playwright had to take on a role herself. But that only adds to the excitement. Yes, this is all my masterpiece. You're just ignorant puppets dancing to my tune. For the first shot, to the last. Blind to whose finger is sitting on the trigger. Listen to me, Jacopo, and try to keep your head. I saw the madam meeting with another man behind your back. You know the arch in the rose garden?
Oh
the far
my
side's out of
fucking
sight
god.
from the mansion, making it a perfect place to hide. That explains that too. I saw her back there. From the looks of it, the madam is having her meetings with one of the men who comes to your business gatherings.
That's some
They don't
freaking
act like they're just friends. Ah, but just to be clear, I don't have any solid proof. So it'd be best if you didn't mention this to her yet. Ooh, yep. You wouldn't want to start throwing around accusations only to find out so late it was all a big
Disney villain.
misunderstanding. She's a Disney villain. I love it. I'll get to the bottom of it. So I think the madam might have her eyes on several men. Being a woman, you know, I can tell these things. She's giving these suggestive looks. But to whom I can't pinpoint. A lot of people come in and out of this house after all. What? You want me to keep her from leaving her room? That might be for the best. With so much going well, it makes me think even God's on my side. They could just talk it over with one another. But they won't, and they're in deeper and deeper shit for it. You're the only one I can trust, Maria. And the timing that night, my god, it was perfect. Oh, I bet she gave him like,
Hey, Jacopo. I could just be misreading her, but something seems off about the madam. Like she's been on edge or something. I tried to egg her into revealing what's going on, and she let ship that she might be going out somewhere tonight. She's not going with you, is she? You were going out to Serbia construction site today, right? Then I suggest you get that taken care of quickly. A dance? At this time of night? Yep, and since it's so late, no loud music. All you get is a little whistling courtesy of me. But this room is too small for... We'll use the Great Hall. Wouldn't that put us in everyone else's way? He would probably complain about the noise, too. No need to worry. Jacopo's out inspecting some factory or something today.
Oh my god.
After that, he's got a meeting, so he'll be staying the night elsewhere.
I thought you would not be back until tomorrow.
How would you know that? Now forget that. Does my staying here night as well have anything effect on you? You were just waiting for this opportunity, weren't you?
No! What would I possibly want you out of the house for?
I'm sure you know better than anyone.
What?
What's that smell? Perfume? When did you get perfume? And I have to say, you seem to be having quite a time. Look at you, you out of breath. Red as a beet. I made the right decision coming back. Where the hell were you going?
I'm sorry. This is all my fault. If I hadn't asked you to dance, and me bringing the perfume only made things worse. No, you need not feel bad about anything, Maria. Everything you did was my best interest at heart.
She doesn't even suspect me in the slightest. And I was able to put that perfume to great use. That money-sucking leech Tommaso showed up at the perfect time, too. I'm pretty sure that's when Jacopo started getting actively violent. A jealous man is a wonderful thing. I was imagining the worst and making matters worse for it.
Wow, is that you, Tommaso? It's been so long. What brings you here?
Oh, looky who it is, little Miss Campanella. What a surprise, didn't expect you to see on the side of the Great Blue.
Oh, you know, I've been giving Jacopo a hand.
Oh, well, color me impressed. After what happened, I wouldn't thought you want nothing to do with him.
Oh, yep, definitely.
Yep.
It was between our parents. Jacopo didn't have anything
Yeah.
to do with it.
Yep, she blames him.
Well, it would sure be nice for the younger generation to go through life without nothing to spark that kind of powder keg. Not that is my place to talk.
No need to worry yourself about any of that. So what brings you here, Tommaso?
I'm a little, you know how it is. Having a bit of trouble staying afloat.
Oh, I see. So you're here to beg for offerings? Pretty shameless, Tommaso.
No point in having shame if I ain't making money. Throw that out of the chamber, but... Hell, might make things easier if I just quit being human altogether.
So you're that hard for cash?
Unfortunately, numbers were supposed to go up, but for some reason they end up going down instead.
Might be best if you quit the gambling habit.
No, that's like telling me to go off myself.
I bet. So say, Tommaso, maybe I could pitch in a bit too?
Oh, you mean it? That'd be a huge help.
There's seriously not a scrap of shame in you. However, in exchange, I'd like you to do something for me.
Yeah.
Someone whose face needs a visit from my fist? Depending on the number, I could also possibly cut them into chunks and toss them into the ocean.
Whoa, keep it clean. I'm not asking you to do anything like that.
What is it then? Something like a love life you can do?
It'll be easy, and it's nothing bad either. You're going to talk to Jacopo, aren't you? Well, there's something I'd like you to tell him while you're at it. You know he's married, right? He can get pretty nasty with his wife, though.
That's so. Sounds like she got it rough.
She does, and she's religiously devoted to him, too. I've been trying to nudge things in the right direction to get her back on good terms with him, but I haven't had much luck.
And that's something the two of them should work through.
It really is?
Normally, yes, but it's reached a point where I can't bear to sit back and watch anymore. I don't like seeing the two of them in pain. I want to do something for them.
How noble. You're pretty devoted yourself, little lady.
I'm not important right now. Just doing the right thing. But the thing is, Jacopo won't hear a word of it. I figure maybe you, being a man, might be able to get through to him a little better than me.
Doubt he'll listen to me either, to be honest.
Come on, he has to be really close though, and I doubt he hates you.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Anywho, talking something anyone can do. What do you want to tell him?
need you to give him a bit of a scolding. Tell him that the madam came to you asking for advice, and the trick that Emily let slip the way he treats her day-to-day causes her grief.
I didn't met his wife before, you know.
It works even better that way. She's so downtrodden she can't talk to anyone about it, and she thought that maybe you, being family, might be able to help. She's never even met you, but she's still latched onto the ray of hope. And I'm sure when Jacopo finds out she brought it up with family, he'll know he can't keep mistreating her. Things like this, they hit home harder when they're coming from someone on the outside.
You make a decent point.
Tommaso, even being an asshole, was actually just trying to help. The poor guy. I do feel a little bad for him in this scenario.
Just remember, little lady, all I can do is bring it up with him. Can't guarantee it'll change nothing.
That's all I need you to do. Thanks a bunch, Tommaso. Oh, right, one more thing. This is some perfume that's grown quite popular recently. Asking to give it to the madam as a gift. If you won't take it, you keep it. Give it to another woman, sell it, whatever you want.
Perfume, eh? Very thoughtful of you. Women do like getting gifts like that.
Yes, we do. If Big Bad Jacopo gives her some of that, they'll be lovebirds again before you know it. I'm sure of it.
Never thought the day would come when I got to play Cupid. Now I'm starting to get kind of excited about it.
Trying to help.
Stay focused, Tommaso, and thanks. Also, you didn't hear any of this from me. If I'm just pulling the strings from the shadows.
You definitely are.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Their relationship's in complete shambles. And Jacopo still insists he fucking loves her. And the madam says she still believes in him. Seriously, how stupid can you be? Poor Jacopo. Poor madam. Now then, let's see where this boulder rolls to next. And how far it keeps rolling. Naturally, I will be nudging it along its way.
I'm trying to find a good place to stop.
Because after all, a play lives or dies by the director's hands.
I think that's a good place to
Yeah.
stop. Because
Like,
now
I
there
don't
was
know.
a nice little transition.
I just literally don't know how long could it be, right? Like,
Oh yeah, because like the thing is, like the floodgates are open now.
yes.
They're open. I have no idea what to expect. Perfect. This sounds like a perfect place. Savez.
Yes. Savez.
Yes.
Savez?
The
Savez.
last letters. That's a very apt.
The lost letters. The Maria freaking rendition.
Oh yep. Holy shit! I did like that sideways view of her. It was
Oh
was
yeah,
pretty-
yeah.
It had a very powerful vibe. Like just
Yep.
from an art perspective. I found
It's
that-
a lot of like theatrics, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a lot
that
of
was
theater
exactly-
in there. Yeah.
You know, like it's like she's posing for a camera that isn't there.
Yeah, it's like in theater. Basically, you have the scene where the fucking
Dun,
it's great.
dun, that the villain monologue.
Gun. Yeah, the villain monologue, the reveal.
Yes. I love it. I do like how theatric this game can get. Yeah, I'm very, very tired right now, so I think we're just gonna end stream for today. We will do a big raid after tomorrow where we play Stray. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Meow 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 meow
Yeah,
meow
meow, meow, meow,
meow
meow, meow,
meow meow
meow.
meow meow. Okay, thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. Hope you enjoyed this
Hop,
week's installment of Trauma Simulator. See you guys next week for more trauma. What may it be? Murder? Who knows?
Oh boy.
Come back next week. See you guys tomorrow for some Stray. I love you guys so much. Goodbye.
Oh, Yashumina.